I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic with this logic, you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah. I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want them, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it. Go on and take your aim. Yeah. Built to last with the webs I'm weaving. I could change the past with all I'm achieving. Got my foot on gas, never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grave and put your foot on the gas. No, never stop competing, yeah.
Hi guys, I'm sick. I think I'm getting strep throat. I feel like shit. Oh, it's always something with me, ain't it? But I got my pickles. You know what I'm saying? I got my pickles right here. Got my spicy pickles from the QT. I'll eat my spicy pickles. We're gonna have a great time today, guys. Got my egg too. Got a little egg. Egg. We watched this already, didn't we? Yeah, we watched this already. Bro, where are all the games at, man? Bro, what is going on with IGN and PlayStation? Where are the games at? Oh, we got an update from the code Veronica. The finals is still a thing? I didn't think the finals was even still a thing. Soulframe is multiplayer. The finals is multiplayer. We're definitely going to watch this. I hope we doing all right today, guys. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day. Trust me when I say that. Because we got us a Nick Shirley video today, boys. We We got us a Nick Shirley video. The Hound. This looks good. What do we got here?
The jungle. This place. It's alive.
This looks really good.
Penetrates your mind. Makes you see things. Once you go there.
It's not yellow. The egg is, it's pickled. It's a pickled egg. That's why it looks yellow. And yes, it's amazing. I love it. If you ever have the time to stop by a QT, they're called Quick Trips. Definitely stop by there. They're kind of like Buc-ee's, but not really. There's one like right up the road. For me. This doesn't look very good. I'm sorry. This just doesn't look very good. This looks fun. What is this? Ah! Oh, is this Ultraman? Oh, that's what's up. That didn't look too bad. I've seen a lot of good stuff with the solo leveling. Has anyone seen anything about the solo leveling game? 319. That's pretty good. 319? That's out. That's crazy. It's almost too hard to believe. You're telling me that gas is below $4, almost well, it is below $4. Man, they really trying to hype that Bleach, though, aren't they?
Humanity has always reached for the stars.
Huh?
In search of something brighter.
How's it going, Artemis?
Somewhere we could call home.
It's a pretty game.
But waiting in the shadows.
At first, this looked like No Man's Sky.
We found the darkness within.
Huh. Ah! I kind of want to watch this. I kind of want to watch that. Oh, right. I need to... Yeah, we're going to do this. We'll watch this, actually. We'll just watch it.
The big Summer Games Fest reveal of Resident Evil Veronica probably
super
had
hype.
some fans, especially those raised on the fright-filled franchise's recent remakes, eliciting a collective "it's about damn time." Not because
I was
these more
wondering
content-
about this, too, after... Why does that look like... It kind of looks like Leon. I was wondering how long it was going to take them to do a Veronica game.
Contemporary players of the 30-year-old series have heard so much about the cult favorite non-numbered entry, originally a Sega Dreamcast exclusive dubbed Resident Evil Code Veronica, and are eager to finally discover what the fuss is about, and not because they're relieved all the rumors and speculation regarding the next remake project have been squashed like a Las Plagas parasite. No, these recently christened stalwarts of Capcom's seminal survival horror series.
Man, that brings me back.
Patiently waiting to catch up with Claire Redfield and her urgent quest to find her missing brother Chris.
I said it before, but I'll say it again if anybody didn't catch it. But I actually played a lot of the original Resident Evil codename Veronica. I got to a certain point with the boss fight where you're supposed to trigger it and it's supposed to fall out of the airplane, right? Unfortunately, the disc was scratched, so I was never able to get past that point in the game.
It's rolling credits in the Resident Evil 2 remake over 7 years ago.
Looking for my brother. He's a cop too.
Of course, whether you completed RE2's remake campaign as Claire, Leon, or both, you already know she sadly learned that her long-lost sibling was actually on vacation in Europe, a trip he'd embarked on long before she even arrived in the zombie-infested Raccoon City.
Yeah.
Now, if you're not a seasoned survivor who's been battling the franchise's infected foes ever since those plagued canines came crashing through the Spencer Mansion's windows, then you understandably might have expected the series' next remake, Resident Evil 3, to pick right up with Claire getting her passport stamped in Paris. In fact, you could even be excused for initially believing the 2020 RE3's remake opening had put you back in the boots of RE2's crimson-clad protagonist.
Once I find Chris, we're out of here.
You really Chris's sister?
After all, you begin RE3 from
Is she Chris's sister? Oh yeah, I guess she is, huh?
Perspective of
Redfield.
a female character exploring an apartment filled with cryptic items, including a massive Raccoon City map and a photo of Dr. Annette Birkin, a pivotal RE2 character that practically died in Claire's arms. Despite these initial callbacks, it quickly became obvious RE3 is Jill Valentine's living nemesis inhabited nightmare, picking up her story following the series' 1996 debut. But while RE3 skipped over Claire and Chris's tale, the next chronological remake, 2023's Resident Evil 4, put players back beneath the dirty blonde locks of RE2's
The amount of people that played Resident Evil 4 and the remake is just outrageous. This has to, like, Resident Evil 4 has to be one of the most played Resident Evil games I think I've ever seen. Straight up. Like by a mile, too.
Leon S. Kennedy, who actually did head to Europe 6 years later, but not to hunt down his former RPD co-worker.
Still sick? No, I'm sick today. I went through some shit yesterday and now I'm sick, okay? Well, not yesterday, last week. And now I'm sick, because everything manages to dogpile on me all around the same time, so...
Which brings us back to the upcoming Resident Evil Veronica, a much requested...
So I'll have you know that it'll get worse.
...remake candidate that doesn't just properly continue Claire's
I think I caught strep throat.
Sibling, but also puts players behind a beloved character that's been too often benched in favor of other franchise faves, Leon, Jill, and yes, her own brother Chris. Without getting lost in the math or quibbling over canon versus non-canon, core entries versus spin-offs, sort of sequels on rail shooters, mobile titles, and any other media the Umbrella logo might have appeared in, let's just say Claire is widely recognized among the franchise's top 4 heroes, yet has been playable in less mainline games than the other 3. Outside of her dedicated campaigns in the original Resident Evil 2 and Code Veronica, her most prominent T-Virus vanquishing outing was 2015's Resident Evil Revelations 2, Capcom's episodic spin-off series. Revelations 2 represented a solid showcase for the character, who'd gone from capable college student in RE2 to seasoned soldier within anti-bioterrorism task force TerraSave. But still, 15 years stood between Claire's acclaimed turn in 2000's Code Veronica and her official return in Revelations 2. And if we're nitpicking, it's worth noting that 2 of her 3 outings as a primary protagonist weren't even among the series' core numbered entries. Don't get me wrong, Claire got lots of love in those aforementioned peripheral titles. Following her dedicated campaigns, she continued thinning the flesh-craving hordes in everything from arcadey light gun games, that being Resident Evil Survivor 2, Code Veronica, and Resident Evil The Dark Side Chronicles, to the franchise's foray.
What is it with this Resident Evil Survive crap, dude? It's so crap. Stop making these games, bro. They're like dinky little cell phone games. Stop making them.
Into online and squad-based shooters such as Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City and Resident Evil RE-verse. But she's also appeared in more mediocre mobile titles than you can shake a mutated tentacle at. Claire was seemingly more popular than her brother, yet rarely scored the franchise's meatiest roles. Heck, if you really want to get a sense of her popularity and padded resume, just look no further than her pixelated appearance in 2003's Capcom Blackjack. And while it is difficult to deny the smiling-inducing novelty of racing down icy slopes as Claire, decked out in her signature red vest and shorts in the original PlayStation Extreme Sports entry Trick and Snowboarder,
There is so much wrong with this, it's not even funny.
it's always felt like she deserved, well, so much more.
Stick to it. What were you thinking?
Resident Evil Veronica promises that more. Whether you've been a fierce supporter of the Redfield siblings since her debut, or became a fan as soon as she removed
she's
her
tiny.
motorcycle helmet to use the gas station's payphone in the 2019 remake, you could argue bringing her back in an updated take on a 26-year-old game still isn't enough. But with its 3 remakes released so far, Capcom proved it wasn't just re-wrapping its adored classics in prettier polygons, but rebuilding and, well, reimagining the entire experiences from the ground up, essentially putting them on par in every regard with
The only game that I played of Resident Evil in an original format was Resident Evil Codename Veronica, and that was it. So whenever I played through all of the games, because I played through all of them on stream, and I also did recordings, and then those are up on the channel. The remakes are the only version of the games that I've played other than Codename Veronica. That's it. This is the only game out of the entire franchise that I've played. The original for the PlayStation 2.
the brand's most recent releases. But like an attaché case equipped with an expansion upgrade, RE4 made additional
Where I'm going with that is it'll be really fun to actually play a remake and see what the differences are.
room for improvements, among them new narrative elements, fresh foes, and several layers of polish that ultimately allowed Leon's misadventures in Spain to fit more seamlessly into the series' always evolving story and universe. With all the confidence of a crazed Umbrella scientist, I fully expect Veronica to do the same, starting with adding more layers to a character that had already received a significant overhaul. While Claire's original RE2 and Code Veronica turns proved her to be a heroic badass with a soft side, those traits were significantly evolved for her 2019 return to Raccoon City.
Sherry, come on.
With plenty of heavy lifting handled by veteran RE voice actor Stephanie Panisello, who has not yet been confirmed for the Veronica remake, Claire's RE2 comeback packed genuine humor, emotional depth, and multiple nuanced layers that made her even more likable. From her heartfelt moments bonding with young Sherry Birkin to dropping expletive-laced one-liners mid-battle. She not only cemented her status as a franchise favorite, but elevated it to new endearing heights.
It's okay. I'm here.
Some 7 years after her terrifying trek through that zombie-inhabited police station, I expect her Veronica characterization to further build.
That's the boss fight. That's the boss fight. I could never get past it. Cause it would always, like, the disc was scratched, so it, like, no matter what I would do, I couldn't, it wouldn't die.
On the appeal that
I had so much ammo and stuff whenever I would go into this too.
already guaranteed I wouldn't want to brave a walking corpse apocalypse with anyone else. Speaking of the remake's infected wasteland and Claire's struggle through it, Capcom has promised to take a page from RE2's and RE4's imaginings, which were handled by the same team tackling Veronica. This ensures the game will remain faithful to what made the original an action-fueled favorite, while also significantly tinkering and tweaking it to improve the source material's mechanics and systems.
Bro, the amount of, like, oh my god, this brings back memories, bro. Those old PlayStation 2 games, you may not think much of them, man, but they were so much harder. Like, that's what made those games so damn hard. It wasn't just the difficulty, it was the pixelation. and how like precise you had to be with all of your movement. Like these games are freaking hard, man.
Tinkering
These games are hard.
To improve the source material's mechanics and systems, seamlessly bring them up to speed with the franchise's modern chapters. There's no word yet if we'll be blasting through the mutated masses with Claire's RE2 minigun, but I'll bet my last green herb that the biggest changes will manifest in a gameplay makeover that mirrors the over-the-shoulder third-person action of the recent remakes, ideally expanding the mechanical complexity like RE4's remake did. Veronica will also contain at least one first-person exploration-focused segment, as evidenced in its announced trailer, similar to the scene that reveals Jill in RE3's remake. These new scenes should also translate into fresh narrative elements that nicely build on the beloved source material, while also refining and expanding it to organically fit the overall timeline that's since been established. The series has already leaned into this more cohesive structure with its naming conventions, dropping chronological titles, save for some cleverly cryptic Roman numerals. Where the original Code Veronica subtitle and more so the later released PlayStation 2 version's Code Veronica X made the game feel more like a spin-off than a new sequential installment.
Oh, okay, so that's what it was. So that must have been the one that I played.
X
I didn't know it was X.
Like a spin-off than a new sequential installment. The remake's straightforward Veronica remedies this. This next entry not only affords Capcom the opportunity to seamlessly integrate Claire's European misadventures into what's come before and after, but also address any lingering questions that were left unanswered in the original. So while Veronica will nicely pick up the story for newer fans brought up on the remakes and contemporary sequels, it also has the chance to satisfy seasoned survival horror fans who've been scratching their heads about a few things since rolling credits on the original over a quarter century ago. Of course, the icing on this green, red, blue herb cake is the massive visual bump Veronica will receive via Capcom's proprietary RE engine, rebuilt from the ground up with the same tech that made the recent remakes and new releases shine as bright as a gemstone encrusted treasure. Claire's harrowing search for Chris won't just look leaps and bounds better than the original, but will be on par with the series' recent output. The clue-packed immersive reveal trailer has already teased a gargantuan graphical upgrade, spending most of its time showcasing the eye-popping Paris apartment where Chris has apparently been hiding out. But it's this game's unique settings, the Rockfort Island prison and Umbrella's Antarctic base, that I can't wait to see brought to detailed drenched life and death in the final game. So
I look forward to this game. I actually do. I still need to get Resident Evil 9 and play it, but I really do think that this game's going to be really good too. I don't think that Resident Evil has made a miss yet. Even Resident Evil 9, the most recent one they made, was really good from everything that I've seen. So, like, I think Resident Evil, whoever's running Resident Evil, has got it in good hands.
Recruit wondering what the hell
because they're doing remakes and new releases of Resident Evil.
With Claire and Chris following the fallout of the RE2 remake, or you're a long-time T-Virus survivor who just can't wait to get back behind the Umbrella dismantling skills of one of the franchise's absolute best but underused protagonists, there's a lot to look forward to when Veronica begins spreading its infection next year. For even more videos like this, why not watch how Resident Evil Spencer Mansion reinvented horror and itself with our Art of the Level, or the cancelled Resident Evil games you
know. Yo, WIGN for this. Wait, what the hell? That was weird. WIGN. Oh, what is that? Oh, Demon Fix My TV? What the hell is this? This looks too good not to watch.
Blasphemy.
Her eyes! Her eyes! Yo! Yo, her eyes, man!
If you hear this blasphemy.
Oh my god, her TV's broken. Hold on. Is this a game about a grandmother whose TV is broken, so she summons a demon to fix her TV? Is that literally what this is about?
What? No way! No way! It's finally a demon!
Day 4196. My research concludes that there is something similar to a space within electricity.
Oh, That looks sick. What?
That I can communicate.
Yo, how does this look so good?
I just need like a little more.
This looks really good. What? Get out of here. Yo, I hope Queso plays this. Oh my gosh, this looks amazing. Yo, what? How does this look so good? Ooh. Oh, that's the mound. Oh, what's this? This looks kind of cutesy. What is this? Ooh, Lazarus. Oh. Oh, it's one of those weird ones. I saw it. I'll pass. I saw something else that caught my eye anyway. I want to watch this. By the way, this game was awesome. I enjoyed the hell out of this game. So, are you playing? You are.
Time to pull out the old tricks.
That's so cool.
You've suffered enough, my dear. This time it will work. I promise.
You get to play as Lazarus. What? Ha ha ha. I mean, not Lazarus, Pathfinder. Let's go. That looks like a really good DLC. Is that it? Is that all the games we get? Guess that's it.
Washington.
All right, make sure y'all check out the Critical Drinker on YouTube. Critical Drinker on YouTube.
The name alone is enough to conjure up images of brave patriots standing up to tyranny and oppression.
Yo!
Conjure up images of brave patriots standing up to tyranny and oppression, hard-won victories against superior opponents, and building a nation out of scattered colonies and untamed wilderness. He was the hero of the Revolutionary War, the father of America, and if you're into Warhammer 40k, one of the early incarnations of the Emperor of Mankind. Praise be to the Emperor. The point, though, is that Washington's life and accomplishments have been glorified and magnified and deified by so many generations of historians, storytellers, and propagandists that it's become kind of hard to separate fact from fiction, and all too easy to lose sight of the flawed and—
You know what's sad is that he's wrong, but he's also right. People that want to know fact from fiction, it's really easy to attain. Most people they just don't want to. They just don't want to. They want to take whatever they hear.
Human man behind all the bluster and patriotism. That is where young Washington comes into the picture, shedding light on an earlier chapter of Washington's life when he was nothing but a lowly farmer desperate to make something of himself, still fighting for the British instead of against them, and a very long way from the formidable general he'd one day become. And since it's the 4th of July weekend, everyone in America's busy celebrating the birth of their country by getting drunk and blowing up small parts of it, and the movie's managed to beat Supergirl at the box office. I figured I might as well take a look myself.
Well, boys, that's what it looks like. We got a founding father.
Box office. I figured I
beating up on Supergirl.
might as well take a look myself. The movie kicks off in 1750s colonial America, where the British and French are racing to grab as much of the New World as possible, and between them, the Native Americans, who for obvious reasons aren't particularly keen on either side. Into the mix steps a 20-year-old George Washington, an obscure farmer from Virginia who aspires to bigger and better things and tries to join the British Army as an officer, only to get turned down because he's not rich or upper class or, well, British. Eventually, though, he blags his way into a high society party and charms the host into letting him survey the newly claimed lands of Ohio. But tensions rise when he discovers the French army have decided that it belongs to them instead and are building fortifications there. Clearly, this shall not be allowed to stand, sir. After reporting back to the governor, he's sent there to deliver an ultimatum: fuck off or face the consequences. Now, everyone expects the French to do what they do best, surrender, but they're like, nah, it'll be fine. Or should I say, no, sera. So naturally, there's a bit of a set to, and a bunch of Frenchmen get killed in the fighting, but then they come back with a much bigger army, totally kick Washington's arse, and force him to sign a humiliating surrender that blames everything on him. Demoralized by the disaster, he resigns from the army and goes back to farming, only to discover that maybe, just maybe, he's not done yet. And when he learns that the Brits are mounting a major offensive to take the fortress and give those Frenchies a bloody good hiding, he decides to throw his hat in the ring and take one last shot at
This looks like a really good film. I would totally watch this film. This film looks like it's made for me. I would totally watch this film. This film looks fucking awesome. Are you kidding me?
glory. Now, historical epics are hardly a new invention.
This looks really good.
They do seem to be having a bit of a resurgence.
Like the more of it, I'm just trying to find like the bad parts. I'm trying to critique it, but like this looks really good. I can't find anything negative to say.
Well, definitely a movie of all time.
You think you're so great because you.
Oh, no shot. He's in it too. Oh, bro, it's the Phoenix.
And as for the Odyssey, well, that remains to be seen. But as far as young Washington goes, it actually kind of surprised me. I was expecting some jingoistic, overblown celebration of the man's legacy, as flattering and saccharine as it was inaccurate, but it's actually a pretty fair portrayal of him as a heroic but flawed man, desperate to prove himself, ambitious and resourceful, but also naive and inexperienced, all too capable of making mistakes and letting pride and ego get the better of him. The deciding factor, though, is his ability to learn from his mistakes and move past them to bigger and better things. He's a man always striving to better himself, whether it's in education, social standing, or the art of war, and I like how the movie's pretty honest about his motivations here. He's not out to build nations and better the cause of humanity, he's just a brash young man seeking fortune and glory for its own sake, and chafing under the suffocating restrictions of the British class system. He's reasonably well portrayed by William Franklin Miller, who's got the kind of chiseled good looks that have got nothing to do with the real-life Washington, who wasn't considered especially handsome, but they're ideal for a Hollywood epic where the audience needs to be won over quickly, and he's mostly able to hold his own.
Well, yeah, it's because it doesn't have a whole bunch of really big-time actors in it, that's why. They had to make sure that the writing in this was crisp. They had to. And I guess they pulled it off. I mean, it's got the critical drinker seal of approval. I'm gonna have to check this film out.
Against experienced players like Ben Kingsley, Kelsey Grammer, and Andy Serkis. On the production side of things, I've got no real issues here. For a movie that clearly wasn't made on a huge budget, the overall look and feel is better than it has any right to be. The period settlements and costumes are convincing enough to let you buy into it, and the battle and action sequences are well staged, even if they're disappointingly bloodless. Going for that family-friendly rating, clearly. You can tell they saved most of their resources for the big climactic battle at the end, which was definitely the right move. In terms
we gotta talk about why there's no freaking blood in films anymore. Have we let corporations take over that much that there's just no blood in films? Like, I'm sorry, dude, if you get shot by one of these old school, actually, you know
historical
what?
accuracy.
If you get shot by one of those old school blunderbusses, bro, a little bit of blood's the least you gotta worry about. It's like being hit with a cannonball. Like,
The
come
movie
on.
broadly follows real events, but condenses and simplifies some of the more tedious stuff for the sake of narrative expediency and drama. In real life, Washington was extremely pro-British and arrogant to the point of self-sabotage at that point in his life. He threw a major hissy fit and resigned his commission in the Virginia militia when he found out it was being converted into a regular army unit and he was going to get demoted from colonel to captain. He had no particular issues with the British class system and actually spent years trying to rise through the ranks, and he definitely wasn't some working class down on his luck farmer who had to blag his way into high society events. He was a wealthy and successful landowner even as a young man, the kind of guy who absolutely would have been on the invite list. Oh yeah, and some of the dialogue is pretty anachronistic too. At one point Washington says, "Yeah," and tells a wounded man he's gonna be okay. 2 words
Yeah, you be alright. "'Tis but a flesh wound, peasant."
that wouldn't even be invented for another 100 years or so. Ultimately, young Washington falls more into the Braveheart school of historical epics, sacrificing realism for the sake of drama and excitement rather than the meticulous reconstruction of something like Lincoln, a rousing, patriotic movie that contains just enough truth to shed light on a time in the man's life that often gets overlooked, without getting too bogged down in the tedium and complexity of real life.
Morning, Sandy.
Releasing it on the 4th of July weekend was an obvious choice to take advantage of all that pro-America
Let's go, base
sentiment, and to be fair, it worked. The film's killing it at the box office,
Really, so we're gonna have to check
and
out
apparently a
Lovely.
trilogy is planned that'll chart Washington's life through the Revolution and on to the presidency.
Damn.
And you know what? I might just watch it. Since it's basically illegal to take any kind of pride in your country over on this side of the pond, it's nice to live vicariously through people who still know how to do the whole patriotism thing. Young Washington might not be a perfect movie, but it'll definitely keep you engaged for a couple of hours, and it might just teach you a thing or two along the way. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
It looks really good. Bop. Alright, what else do we have here? So we saw this one. It's this one. Boom. Let's get it.
Hello everyone, this is your Daily Dose of Internet. They each brought one random object from home to try and make each other laugh.
Why the hell would you bring your mother's ashes or your... Like, why would you bring someone's ashes? Like, why? No shot. Did she do the same thing? No way, bro. Bro, her colleagues are screwed.
This robot decided...
Why? Why? Her dad was huge. Holy shit.
This robot decided to join this protest.
Yo, you can't even hate him at this point. Oh, it's a prairie dog. It's a prairie dog. I love prairie dogs. Woo! Oh, there he goes. Here. I'll show y'all something. I'll show you something. Y'all's hearts are gonna melt. Check this out. See if I can even. Free dog.
Puppy! Yay!
It's a puppy.
Puppy!
They do that when they're excited. That's what they do. That's the thing they do.
Go, do it. Oh my god. Oh.
Yo! Yo, what? You can't even blame that on him.
Oh my god.
Oh, maybe it was the wind. I can see the plants moving. Did it break? It shattered, yeah.
My shop has a hole in the roof.
That's really sick.
And it creates a pinhole camera effect where you can see the clouds outside cast onto the concrete floor inside.
That's sick. Get out. I wonder, what they should do is try to find it and then put glass over it. Try to preserve it, because that's really sick. That's really sick.
Cast onto the concrete floor inside.
This is the coldest city on Earth, and it reaches temperatures of -50 in the winter period.
Oh my god! Yo! You stand out there and you're a popsicle! That sounds like my kind of place. Hold on, wait a minute. Holy, look at that car! Yo! Look at him! That's a happy boy right there! He says, hi, I'm here. I made it. You love me now, right?
I showed this cat a few years ago and just wanted to show his unique 4 ears again.
That has to be a mutation, right? Obviously. Oh. What the hell? What? Holy shit. What? Bro, I can't even fold the cards. I mean, I can't even shuffle the cards normally. This dude's over here doing this. That's cool. That's actually really cool.
I'm in Subway right now, bro. Look over there.
Yo! Oh my god! Is that that has to be like a custom hat? Bro, he's never gonna have to worry about the sun in his eyes ever.
Bro, that brim go all the way out there, man.
That's so pretty. That looks like that one level in Metal Gear Solid, doesn't it? That level where you walk through the, it's like a bog. I'm gonna have to play Metal Gear Solid again at some point. Why is there a spider web here? Huh. That's so pretty. I would love to have something like that. Just imagine if that was the back of your house. Oh my god, that would be so good. I don't want deep water either. Just tall enough to where you can walk in it. It goes up to your ankles. Or maybe a little bit like mid-thigh. Not mid-thigh. Mid-calf. Oh! What? Look at all the fish! Oh, they're there. You just can't see them. What the? That's creepy. I'm not gonna lie. That is creepy. Look at the puppy. He's a little boy. Look at that little boy. He's gonna grow up to be big and strong.
Are you excited to eat some foods?
That thing is precious. Oh my god, they're so adorable when they're tiny.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at him. Oh my god. Oh. Yo.
Heavens.
Bro. Ooh. Bro, how do you even explain that to insurance? Because you know they're going to total that truck, right? It's a good thing they got that on camera. What was he doing? He got so lucky that did not kill him. He really did. That's insanely dangerous. Yo, what is this? Yo. Is that a crank? That's an old John Deere crank? Oh, what the fuck?
Why is he so offended?
Wait, what? Oh! It was the... Yo! The thing he's got on the stack there shot off. It's right here.
Why was he so offended?
What the f? You good? Where'd he go?
So I guess the UK just have tanks driving on their roads now.
I think that it's a great day in America when we've got citizens driving around in tanks. I want to live in a country where citizens know right from wrong and they can drive around in a tank. That sounds like a damn good day. Remember, guys, we can have that future. 2%. 2%. 2%. That's it.
So let's move over to the left and that's it, pull over. That's it, clutch down. Into first. Now.
That's sick.
I've never come across this on a driving lesson before.
What the hell is this? Oh, there he is. There he goes. It's a trebuchet? Yep. God, bro, that was just launched into the atmosphere. Holy crap. God. Where's that even gonna land?
Good actor.
It's okay, honey. It's okay. Where does it hurt? Is it your shoulder that hurts? Go out. It's okay. But do you want to go for a car ride?
He said what?
I bet. Yeah, I bet.
A few days ago, the city did a massive reboot to the power grid.
Oh, jeez. Why do some people have these poor animals' tails cut off? I don't understand that.
Bro, I don't know what I did, but Gmail, I don't want to log in to Gmail. I want to shift gears. What does that mean?
I don't get this. I don't get this.
Log in to Gmail. I want to know what I did, but gears. What does that mean?
He's jumping. Happy boy.
These robots are getting out of hand.
Oh, I've seen this one. Yeah. You know what's sad? When people tell me that blue collar's still gonna be a thing, I think to myself, I can't even do this. I can't even do that. But this robot can. Oh, it's an otter! Right? What is that? It is an otter. That's an otter. Hi!
Mang đến cho các khách những trải nghiệm mới mẻ không thể nào quên. Hãy nhanh tay chọn cho mình được tấm cánh để
A cat eating that up, man. He's like, yeah.
Man. These houses aren't all Ozempic.
What are these houses, bro? Yo! What are these houses?
Look at that. Ozempic houses.
Ôi giời, ya lo kêu ở đâu?
Ahora levántame.
Oh, is he not gonna be able to get out now? Oh no!
Hello, sweetie, 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 sweetie.
This is the fattest snowman I've ever seen.
Yo, that ain't a snowman, that's a turd. That is a poop emoji if I've ever seen one. That thing is huge though, like that snowman is massive.
Mommy, mommy, what? Don't touch. Mommy, mommy, what? I'm hungry.
I don't know what he said. What did he say?
I'm hungry.
I said, I'm hungry. Oh, look at him. Is that a sugar glider? Oh, dude, I love sugar gliders. They're so cute. I love him. I will cherish him.
This device creates concussive blasts to help clear snow.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen. What? Oh, so they must be trying to trigger avalanches so that way it doesn't get really bad. Okay. So they're basically doing what California should be doing. Got it. They're getting the money and then they're using it where it's supposed to go. Right. Yo, that is a fat rat. That is the biggest rat I've ever seen. Oh my god. Look at the size of that thing. Bro. That's a cat at this point. That's not even a rat anymore. Bro, thing's as big as a freaking... That thing is healthy. Like overly healthy. Like obesity level healthy. Bro, that rat's gonna die and they're gonna have to charge the freaking family for killing a cat or something. Jesus. Look at the size of that big chunky fuck. What is this? That's cool.
Hello, Frodo.
Damn, the music is real. That cat has no... Oh, damn. Oh, that looks so fun.
I'm in the middle of a twister.
Woo! Look at all the tumbleweeds. He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it. Run! Run! Everyone's slipping and sliding, bro. Run!
She got gifted a matching outfit for her dog.
Oh, that's funny. So the dog. Okay, so the. Oh, that's adorable. Yo, W apartment person. W. Oh! Oh, what the heck? Yo! Bop! Damn, it almost went completely through. It almost went completely through.
These people went skiing next to lava.
How you say graduated in Spanish?
In Spanish, graduated is graduado.
Girl, I just graduado.
The heck is that? Is that origami? What is that? No, it's like a, what is that? What the hell is that? Oh, it's like something he 3D printed, I bet. That's cool. Oh, dude, I would love to see one of those planes take off. Did he shoot? I think he shot. I think he shot the cannon. Did he shoot the cannon? He did! He shot it! He fucking shot it! Oh my god, I would love to fucking see that, yo. I don't even care about planes. I love military planes. I love tanks. Oh my god, I would love to show up and do this in person. Oh my god. Yo, if I could do a stream inside of one of those, I would do it in a heartbeat. Oh my god, dude, that would be so sick. I'd be like, dude, guy, make me scared for my life. I hate planes, but you put me up, I will go in one of those. I will do it.
If you are sent...
Bro! Do you hear that? Bro, that's the rumbling you want to hear in a combat situation.
If you are sensitive to flashing lights, please look away for the next clip.
Okay, so flashing light warning, guys. No seizures on my watch. Oh god. Yeah, I see it. I see it now. God damn! That's a pumpkin? Bro! That's a house! Oh, it's not that big. That's creepy.
Adapté à vos besoins. Un sommeil réparateur est essentiel pour être en forme. Leclerc.
What is this cat doing?
Hi. It's happy. It's purring. It says, "Hi, you're gonna pick me up, right?" You know how hard it is to find a cat that wants to be picked up? Do you understand how difficult it is to find a cat that likes being picked up? It's really hard. Woo! That's creepy, bro. What? That's so ominous.
Yeah.
Oh, he's explaining what happened. He's explaining what happened, guys. Do you see what happened?
Yeah.
Number minus the smallest number. And it would be 12. 63 minus 51.
What the heck is this? Is that a fence? Why does it look like that? Bro, snow is so crazy.
The crown.
Oh yeah, have y'all seen these? I've actually seen these before. Believe it or not, I've actually seen these. It's a way to look. It's the way to like look over the crowd. Oh, yo, that kid's ready to box, bro. He says, get out of my face.
What the hell are these guys, bro?
Oh no! He just got kicked out of the store.
These guys, bro.
I bet that happens like once a day. There's no way that doesn't happen once a day. That's cool. Hi! Look at you! Yeah, there's...
This is called Birdie.
Yo, that cat is like, what the hell is going on? The cat's like, I'm supposed to be the animal.
This is called Birdie, and it's designed to tell you when to open a window for fresh air.
That dog's like, please don't hurt me. Skunks! Skunks! Woo! Woo! Oh, that lion doesn't want any part of that. They're ferocious little fuckers, aren't they? Oh, there it goes. Ooh, it's so angry.
Turkey.
Bro, you named... That's the crime right there. You named that bird Turkey? Why? Oh!
That is the end of this video.
Damn, well, there it is. Daily Dose of the Internet.
Diving into the weeds about this guy. It's someone that I didn't really want to talk about again because it's just kind of painful. God rest his soul. It's someone you've heard me talk about quite a bit. My buddy Eric. Cherished memories with that guy. What a character. He was a real pistol, let me tell you what. You've heard me yap about some of the wild times we had together, but I don't think I ever told you about how he perished. Now, many of you know he was a superstar. He really was something unique. Eric, his smile could light up a room, and he never stopped smiling. One day, Eric was at his favorite spot, local Smoky Bones, and he was chowing down and suddenly shed the mortal coil. He passed away. And they couldn't quite figure out what happened to him, but when I arrived up to him, fan fiction here, it is something I think is actually important. Don't smell like shit. And fuck it, the truth is, it's not just something I think is important. Literally everyone on the planet unanimously agrees that it is important that you don't smell like shit. And so now...
I would rather somebody have like 7 bottles of Axe cologne sprayed on them than to smell like crap. I mean, it's not much of a difference, but at least one of them they're trying, you know?
Making it easier than ever at Cheeky to help you not smell like shit. I want to amuse Natalie for no reason.
Damn, he put the ad in the front. He put the ad in the front. He put it in the front of the video. That's smart. That's really smart. Gotta give him props.
Tuber products to just be white labeled, regurgitated.
But then again, it's voice critical for the most part. He's super smart.
Recycled
I mean, he's successful,
garbage.
So
everything we make at Cheeky, we actually make. Natalie going through 92 iterations that are in just this one lab notebook, and there's another one that...
I thought this was something else. This is just an ad in general. I guess, I don't know. That's not what I thought it would be. Hold on. There's got to be something else that he has, right? If not, then we can watch Charlie's view of it. Let's watch Charlie's view of this.
What, sports fans, that heat wave blasting through the UK must have melted neurons. I mean, just torched frontal lobes in the UK.
They've been getting torched for a while now. This isn't the only heat wave from what I hear. So, to give you an idea, there are more people that die of heat-related causes in the UK than we Americans do of guns, like gun violence.
Government. Vampires at the top of the food chain in the government over there have put forth a proposal that they're now going to be going to consultation.
I'm kind of surprised they're not trying to hit X with this, because they're trying to do YouTube. I'm shocked they don't hit X with this. I wonder what Elon Musk would do. I would, if I was Elon, I would just not do business in that country, straight up.
Around YouTube and how it is urging the platform to prioritize the official trusted UK sources over others so they can drown out voices they don't like or sources that aren't big
It's hilarious that even Charlie, even Moist Critical agrees that that's exactly what they're trying to do. And he's right. That's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to censor people. Everyone knows it.
Thumbs up from the UK government. Ah, yes. Always great news when something like this is attempted. Very easy to champion in this and give them a big old pat on the ass. Thanks for telling us what we can think and what we can have access to. They know best. Only approved sources, please. None of that riffraff. Yeah, drown that shit out. Put that shit away.
If you don't know, they're trying to change the algorithm so that way BBC and a few other British television places that are news that have had lawsuits in the past for falsifying information, have had to do reprints and stuff. They're trying to put those higher up in the algorithm and cut out any other type of media in the algorithm for the UK. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make sure that like, for example, for us, it would be between Fox News and CNN. It would be like them pushing CNN forward and pushing Fox News back, so that way it doesn't get any more views on YouTube. That's what they're effectively trying to do.
You love to see that. That's what the good guys do, right? You usually see that in the movies. The heroes are advocating to get rid of everyone else's voices except their own. Now, the proposal has the stated intention of boosting the visibility of trusted news sources, and it doesn't just put YouTube in the crosshairs, it is going after multiple social media platforms.
Oh, so it isn't just YouTube. Okay. I was wondering about that.
Urging them to do this voluntarily on their own accord, on their own volition, like, hey, play nice with us in the sandbox here, and we'll be nice too, but if you don't, bruv, we might just legislate. We might get pugilistic in here. The proposal comes from a document called Watch This Space, a new strategic direction for UK media. It's a green paper published by the Department for Culture, Media, and Sport. So it is a consultation document, not a...
Here's what they could do. What they should do, what YouTube can do, and what these other platforms can do is if you've got a site like BBC, ban it off of YouTube. That's what you do. Ban it off of YouTube. If you think that... Here's what's funny about YouTube and Google and all these other platforms is they don't like being challenged. So if I was the CEO of Google, YouTube, and all this other stuff, I would make a post that say, if you do this, we will ban your social media because you're not playing fair like everybody else. You're not. I mean, it's already biased, right? Let's be honest. It is. But I would immediately ban them off the platform. Instantaneously. Without even a question.
Bill. So this is not like a law or anything that's in effect, but it is something that they are opining on. It is something that they are weighing in on. And right now, step one is asking the platforms really nicely to do it themselves. Hey, Senpai, YouTube, would you be open to the idea of artificially boosting the sources we deem trusted?
And you know what's really scary about this is that all the UK stuff that's been coming out, right? With the recent guy that was attacked by that group of people, and then the cop ended up manhandling him into the back of the police cruiser. The Henry Nowak, that kind of stuff will be put on the back burner. The Rupert Lowe report, that kind of stuff will immediately be put on the back burner. That's what they're trying to do.
Worthy that gobble our cock and drowning out all of the other voices, please. Yeah, we'd like to really silence them and only amplify ours. Yeah, we're kind of looking to take control of the algorithm itself, and we'd really appreciate it if you guys didn't put up a stink about it. And believe it or not, YouTube's on the right side of history with this one. They are putting up a stink about it. Their response is actually...
Well, no, they should be. Because this is an absolute... Because if you think it's going to stop with I would assume it's Britain, right? If you think it's going to stop there, it's not. This will only get worse. This will make its way over to the U.S. It has to be stomped out there right now. Otherwise, this will get worse. This will get 100 times worse. You, trust me, you may not like biased YouTube, but you will not like politically biased YouTube. That's being forced to be that way by the government, right?
Pretty strong. They are urging creators to push back themselves against this. They're putting the information in front of the creator's face about like the potential ramifications for something like this going through. Again, it's not like a bill or anything, but even this conversation is one that is deeply concerning to even YouTube because they recognize that this is a threat to what the platform is supposed to be about. So they got their teeth out. They weren't exactly shy here. They lat spread a bit, arguing that these kind of rules would override what viewers actually came to watch in favor of what the government handpicks for them, what the government shoves down their throat. Now,
they're effectively trying to control YouTube like they control public broadcasting, right? They're like, who do you think controls what you see on your TV? The FCC. What is the FCC a part of? The government, duh. Like, come on.
Horses, of course, when it comes to YouTube, there's always the question of how long are they actually going to stick to their guns? Because in the past, they actually have, copped a couple of rare W's in instances and then folded not long after. So they have a history of not willing to fully see things through when it comes to something like this. And if the UK government tries to big dog them, I think there's a really good chance YouTube just grovels like, oh my goodness, we're so sorry. We didn't mean to be so rude. Yeah, we'll boost them. So we'll turbo boost all of your trusted sources. Oh my goodness. I definitely think there's a chance it ends like that. But I will just for now give them their flowers for at least trying to push back and letting the public know about what's going on here. I think that's still very valuable. So
well, here's the problem is that there's actually more to this than meets the eye, funny enough. YouTube doesn't really care. They don't. If it was as easy as flipping a switch, they would. But they would have to come up with a whole different algorithm principle if they really wanted to push this. That's number one. And number two, it would probably make advertisers pretty pissed off. Because if you try to advertise something as a free marketplace of ideas, and the first thing you look into is an incident like this, and you realize as an advertiser that you may not want to put your money into a platform that does this, right? Just like, so it's like, it makes YouTube look bad because they don't have control of their platform. I mean, a reason why a lot of advertisers flock to YouTube is because they have like their own form of self-monetization, I guess, where like, I guess it's not self-monetization, where you have people that are trying to invest in YouTube, but like, for example, an incident like Logan Paul pops up and the investors flee the platform and then, things die down and then they come back. But the only reason why YouTube did anything, and there was also PewDiePie did something as well. There was a couple other content creators that had massive like problems, right? And they only really change what they're doing if it actually affects their money. And I guarantee you that in some way, shape, or form, this will affect YouTube in a negative money-making way. That's really what's going on here. They care about money.
Something that got sent out by YouTube The UK government is running a public consultation called Watch This Space, a New Strategic Direction for UK Media. The proposals include mandatory changes to how content is discovered on YouTube. This could direct audiences away from your channel. This went to UK creators because obviously they're going to be deeply impacted, because should something like this ever actually get implemented, all the UK creators are going to be pushed to the fucking back rooms here, banished to the Shadow Realm in favor of the UK government's approved, trusted list, where they would then be artificially boosted to increase the visibility, to get rid of the ne'er-do-wells. As a UK creator, this directly impacts your future. Digital content discovery works best when driven by user choice, not legal requirements. This is a vital window for you to share your perspective before the consultation closes on the 31st of August, 2026. Pin the tail on the donkey. That is 100% right. The proposed new rules include a mandatory...
And it's crazy that YouTube is the one that outed them. YouTube is the one that brought it to the light and was like, no, we're not going to do that. Here you go.
Prominence regime. There's some nomenclature that'll put a smile on your face. Fucking prominence regime. That is some shit you hear out of RoboCop from the villains. That is actually terminology bad guys use in the movies. And here it is. Just laid bare before you, butt-ass naked. Prominence regime. Legit sounds like some shit out of the original Star Wars trilogy. Luke Skywalker fighting back against Darth Sidious and the prominence regime. It's crazy to just see that there. This could require digital platforms like YouTube to prioritize and give a privileged position to traditional broadcasters like the BBC, ITV, and Channel 4 in user interfaces and recommendation feeds, potentially pushing your content out of sight. Yeah, that's the entire idea. Float all of the trusted sources from the prominence regime to the top and drown out all of the other voices that they don't have on that short list of approved trusted places. Mandating prominence to traditional institutions will impact all other independent digital creators, production companies, and media orgs, including through your content downranked. Pushing this group forward means pushing everyone else downward. Mandatory prioritization of broadcasters would affect how your content reaches your audience.
We don't need to sit here and let him read that whole thing.
They are 1000% right about the impacts it'll have, not only on the creator space, but just on like you as the viewer in the UK.
Not even the algorithm as well. This could have like adverse effects to the algorithm that nobody's aware of.
Would basically just be ass to mouth, or mouth to ass on the move. What they say you need to, or companies or journalists, chicks in mud to find concerning that shit is alarming. It should be a frightening prospect for anyone.
Yeah.
And as is always, act now in your best interest to save you. Unsavory bad actors doing, we have to put them 6 feet under with official trusted sources. So much about this topic in particular, I don't want to just regurgitate it again. Like, I think to force it
I think
upon
that's
them.
that's pretty much it with this topic right here. Let's watch us some Matozi. We got an alpha male influencer that ruined his life. Don't you love to see it, boys? After this, I think we're in politics, I think. Yep. Oh, he got in. Oh, wait, no, he didn't. He's in Heidi. Here we go.
A fitness influencer spent months claiming that this viral gym beating was just self-defense.
Oh, the gym beating. I remember this. Oh my God, I remember this. We talked about this. This was a long time ago. So, I'm sure he'll explain it. Oh my God, I can't believe this is the follow-up. So this guy went on to TikTok or YouTube and was calling people out, or not like calling people out. It was like, kind of like the Catch Me Outside girl. And then a guy showed up to his gym, right? And confronted him, and his entire I would assume his muscle gang, I guess. They all beat the hell out of him, right? The guy that showed up. And it was all caught on video.
Now he's pleaded guilty, and that's just one of the criminal cases he's currently facing.
Convicted felon Wesley Watson, known online as Wes, promotes himself as a motivational speaker and fitness influencer. Now he has another conviction on his record.
You would be adjudicated guilty, which is a criminal conviction on your record. You would be sentenced to 21 months state prison with credit for all time served, which would be followed by 7 years of probation.
Yeah, so do you remember when this was supposedly self-defense? Well, about that, if you watched any of my previous videos on Wes Watson, you probably remember this whole gym fight that has been dragging on for over a year at this point. Every update was basically the same story. His lawyers argued self-defense. They argued that the other guy, he came to the gym to confront Wes, and they argued that the victim was actually the aggressor. And look, whether someone, I guess, intentionally goes looking for confrontation, that's one thing. But obviously, there's a completely different way to handle that situation besides, I don't know, taking your weightlifting belt off and turning your gym into a WWE.
Yeah, look at that. Look what they did to him.
Arena. But I guess after months of hearing about self-defense, we finally get a major update because Wes Watson has now pleaded guilty to aggravated.
Wes Watson? Here, let me see if I can pull that video up on YouTube. I'll pull it up for y'all. So that way y'all see what happened. Oh my God, this ended up on NBC6 South. What? Really?
A Florida fitness social media influencer has pleaded guilty to beating a New Jersey man inside a Miami.
Where's it at? Oh, is this it? That's the guy. That's the guy that ended up getting beat. That's him. You got a short of this or something? Let me see. I thought Asman covered it, but maybe not. Oh, Penguin. Well, Critical did. I know he did.
My favorite.
How's it going again, Critical?
Some separate.
Damn it.
My favorite long.
There's too many other like content creators here. Let me see. Asman Gold. Let me try Asman Gold. I gotta be careful. You know what? I might have just wasted our time with this, huh? Anyway, that's the guy that got beat up, right?
Aggravated battery in connection with that viral gym beating, which is a pretty significant change in the strategy. So normally when you actually spend months telling everyone, actually guys, I was just defending myself, this was self-defense, the next step is, you know, normally proving that in court, not walking in and saying, well, actually, never mind, I plead guilty. So that's an interesting change in stance. But also, to be clear, his attorney is still arguing the man deliberately traveled from New Jersey to confront Wes because of his online fame. But we'll get into all.
You would be surprised how many of those guys are on some form of like steroid or hormone or something. Very seldom do you get a body that looks like that. Like, and you know what's even funnier is a lot of those bodybuilder guys, they're not even that strong. Like Arnold was a testament to what you could actually look like if you just work out. Arnold is just naturally a kind of a bigger dude, right? Like he's got really broad shoulders. But a lot of the muscle that you see on these guys, a lot of it isn't necessarily fake. Like, they do bust their ass at the gym, right? But a lot of it is hormones, testosterone, like, all kinds of, like, steroids, roids, like, all kinds of stuff like that.
Because it's still an important part of the story. But regardless of how the confrontation started, this case is no longer headed towards a trial over whether Wes committed aggravated battery or not. He actually admitted guilt. And now, the fight isn't really about whether he did it, it's about how much prison time he's going to receive. So, let's talk about what happened, why this guilty plea matters, and why this might actually be the least of Wes Watson's legal problems right now. Because unfortunately for him, He has way worse problems awaiting now. I don't even know how that's possible. But here's the quick version if you haven't been following the story up until now. So back in December 2024, Wes was actually working out in Elevation Fitness in Miami when another man by the name of Hakeem Ibrahim showed up at the gym specifically to confront him. And according to the defense, Ibrahim had flown from New Jersey because of Wes's online presence and wanted to fight. That's been the backbone of what Wes's legal strategy was from the beginning. And honestly, if somebody books a flight just to argue with an influencer at the gym, that's already one of the dumbest vacation itineraries.
No, both of these guys are idiots. I want to point that out very clearly. Both of these guys are morons. They're both stupid.
I've heard of, but hey, here we are. I know a lot of people are going to say, wait, didn't you just do that? Well, that wasn't a vacation. That was just my job. I'll leave it there. But also, I will never get physical with anything. I will just ask people questions. That's about it. Regardless, this confrontation escalated quickly, and investigators say that Ibrahim set up his phone to record the interaction, approached Wes, and at one point pushed him. Then, according to police, Wes took off his weightlifting belt and repeatedly struck him with it. Authorities also allege that after the victim went to the ground, he was punched and kicked by Wes and several other men until a gym employee stepped in to actually stop the attack. And the victim was left with a fractured face, a concussion, and other injuries. And here's where the part
that's what happens when you've got like 3 or 4 full-grown men wailing on you.
I've always found very interesting about this case happened because the entire argument has always been about what happened after that first interaction. Because obviously there's a pretty big difference between defending yourself and continuing to attack someone after the immediate threat has ended. And that's ultimately what the prosecutors believed happened here.
I don't think there was any dispute at the beginning of this that Wes was initially able to use force. The tricky part of this case is when does that force need to be exercised and stopped? And perhaps at this point, he went a bit too far.
Perhaps? Okay, so after more than a year of this case moving through the courts, Wes has now pleaded guilty to aggravated battery instead of, I guess, taking that argument all the way to trial. And a guilty plea changes the conversation completely. So instead of asking a jury, was this self-defense, you're now standing in court admitting to guilt to aggravated battery and shifting the focus to sentencing. So for months, this case looked like it was heading towards a courtroom battle over who started the fight, whether Wes had the right to defend himself, and whether Florida's self-defense laws applied here. Now, prosecutors...
No, I mean, obviously it doesn't. It doesn't.
And the defense are negotiating over how much time...
You know what's really sad? Is like, if that guy was actually worth the crap, they could have went to like a boxing gym and they could have like, you know, put on some boxing gloves and actually had a great time. That they actually could have had a lot of fun. They could have turned this into a spectacle even. This would have been a great video. But instead, he decided to take his belt off and start wailing on this poor man. I mean, he's stupid, right? He's not exactly like 100% poor, right? But at the same time, like,
should spend behind bars. And I guess under a proposed plea agreement, prosecutors are recommending a sentence of 21 months in prison with credit for the time he's currently served. And then on top of that, that's also followed by 7 years of probation.
That's almost 2 years in prison. That's crazy.
Mental health treatment. And I will have to admit,
he needs to be in there longer, because if he had hit that man in a certain way, they could have killed him. All of them need to be locked up for the same amount of time.
The mental health treatment part, that kind of had me stumped for a second, because what do you mean? Has he been wrong all along? Because remember, he's essentially a mental health coach, and now he needs mental health treatment? So if you've watched, like, I don't know, 5 minutes of Wes's content over the past couple of years, his solution to any mental health problem seemingly was wake up earlier, yell louder, and do more burpees. You just got to be accountable of your own life and your own actions. That's essentially what he was beating into people. Clearly, he was also physically beating people, so overall, as a mental health coach.
How the hell do these people that do this, they get so famous? I don't get it. Like, how are there so many of these idiots that just get so famous from that stuff?
Clearly, he was also physically beating people. So overall, as a mental health coach and alpha male mentor, skill issue. But also, before anyone thinks, okay, 21 months in prison, and thinks, okay, well, that's the sentence, it's not really that simple, because the plea agreement includes recommendations from the prosecutors, but Wes isn't actually scheduled to be sentenced until later this month. So his attorneys are reportedly planning to continue meeting with the prosecutors in an effort to get an even shorter prison sentence before that hearing, which I have to admire the confidence, because you're already looking at a deal that includes credit for the time you've spent in jail, and the response is basically, hey, can we make that prison sentence a little bit shorter, please? Like, I get get it. Why not swing for the fences? But also, it's not like he's not facing any other criminal problems. Because while this case is getting a little bit closer to the finish line, West still has another criminal case pending in Broward County. And that's the one involving the allegations of domestic violence, and along with charges including felony battery, aggravated assault, and witness tampering. And those charges are still pending, and West has pleaded not guilty in that case. So
I wonder how long it'll be until he pleads guilty to it.
Even if this plea agreement goes exactly the way his attorneys hope, this isn't the end of his legal problems. This is kind of like checking one thing off of that to-do list, a very long to-do list. And a couple of years ago, this guy's entire brand, again, was built around telling people that he has completely turned around his life after prison. All he had to do was have a little bit of mental discipline, and he was taking these extremely expensive coaching programs and sitting on calls and also pawning off these calls, allegedly, to essentially sell people on the fact that he has the secret sauce to fixing your life and making $1 bazillion. Clearly it doesn't, and it seems like he was a grifter all along. Who would have thought? So now we're sitting here talking about multiple felony cases at the same time, and that's really not exactly that comeback story he was really selling. But there's also another side of the story that's a little bit easy to lose sight of when we spend so much time talking about court dates and plea agreements. So there's still a victim at the center of all this. So according to his attorneys, Hakeem Ibrahim suffered multiple facial fractures.
I hope that he's able to sue the guy and get all of his stuff paid for. Because, like, that's going to be thousands of dollars worth of medical treatment right there.
Injuries to his teeth and jaw, and a concussion during the attack. So,
and a concussion is long-term. Concussion could lead to... it's that memory problem that you have when you get older. Alzheimer's. It could really mess with you. It could really mess you up.
Following a guilty plea, attorneys representing Ibrahim released a statement calling it an important step.
I mean, look at Muhammad Ali. I mean, he got messed up.
They also made it clear that they're not finished, because even though the criminal case is moving forward towards sentencing, the civil lawsuit against Wes Watson is still moving forward. And those two
so he is trying. So the guy is trying to sue him. Okay,
completely different things. So the criminal case is about whether the state believes a crime was committed and what punishment should follow. And
a part of me kind of hopes the lawsuit doesn't go through, doesn't like work. That's kind of what I'm hoping for, but I don't think that'll be the case. Because I think that both of these guys are just idiots. He's stupid for taking a plane and flying across country to try and fight this dude in his gym. And the other guy is stupid for even catering to this.
Civil case is about whether the victim is entitled to financial compensation for what happened.
The victim filed a civil lawsuit seeking $50,000 in damages against the gym and Watson. Today, Watson's civil attorney says this case should be dismissed.
So his guilty plea doesn't just affect what happens on July 17th. It could also become an important part on the civil case.
Oh, that's true.
Working its way through the courts. And honestly, that's just another reason why guilty plea surprised me, because obviously for months this conversation was about
he would have to admit that he did it, and if he admitted that he did it, then the civil case that he's in is probably gonna win now.
Self-defense. Like, you don't usually spend over a year saying, just wait until everyone hears my side, and then end the case with, well, actually, I plead guilty. Something's just not adding up here. I guess he's just out of options, honestly. That's probably what's going on. Like, there are plenty of reasons why defendants accept plea deals, and I'm not gonna pretend that I know exactly why Wes decided to do this. And obviously, there's that other case, the one tied to the alleged domestic violence incident involving his girlfriend. So, according to investigators, she suffered also visible injuries, including bruising, cuts, and an alleged assault inside of the home. So the two cases don't really prove a good track record for him.
Yeah,
but police also allege that she was physically restrained, dragged by her hair, struck multiple times, and prevented from leaving the residence. So, I mean, again, if all of this is true, the dude is a monster. So even after this guilty plea, his legal troubles are way far from...
Oh yeah, hopefully he gets put in jail for a long time, dude. I don't want somebody that's like that living. Did she he grabbed her and dragged her all over the property and like hit her a bunch of times? Dude, screw that. Keep this guy in jail. This guy's an animal. Keep him with the other animals. Enough of this.
True. The dude is a monster. So even after
he absolutely
his legal troubles are way far from over. In fact, the Broward County case could end up being a way bigger case. But for now, all eyes, I guess, are on the sentencing hearing. So if a judge accepts the recommended deal, again, Wes is expected to receive 21 months in prison, with credit for time he's already served, followed by 7 years of probation.
So he's going to be in jail for a minute.
Mental health treatment. But again, shout out to John Bravo for breaking this and being an extremely good source to the whole story. And it'll definitely be interesting to see what kind of sentence this guy ends up getting. But without...
Hopefully he gets the maximum of something, because this guy doesn't need to be out and about. He does not need to be out, bro. No, absolutely not. Okay, here we go. Got us a Nick Shirley video. Give me a second. I need to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. back. I'm back. Oh, okay. Oh man, here we go. Here we go.
Across America, there has been a sudden influx of Haitian migrants being dropped off into small.
W Nick Shirley. Check out Nick Shirley on YouTube. W Nick Shirley. Boom.
towns after rumors and videos of Haitian migrants eating pets in Springfield, Ohio, and then Donald Trump saying on national television,
They're eating the dogs. The people that came in, they're eating the cats.
I wanted to give you an inside look as to how hundreds of thousands of Haitian migrants have entered into small communities across America. In this video, I'll be visiting 2 countries and 3 states across America to really show how all this happened and how communities are being affected from this.
Bro, what the hell is that?
3 states
Place looks like a
across America to
dumpster
really show
fire.
how all this happened.
Look at that place. Look at all this crap.
How communities are being affected from this influx of Haitian migrants. Due to gangs taking over the country and the economy of Haiti, it is now estimated that 1 out of 25 Haitians are now living in the United States, and it has been proven and admitted by the current government that they have flown in over 400,000 illegal immigrants into the country using the CBP-1 app. And most recently, in a small town in Pennsylvania with a population of around 4,000, they received over 1,000 Haitian migrants that suddenly appeared in the city, and it is now just coming out in the news.
They let in 3,500 Haitians. The place looks like a nuclear bomb.
In the main street in town, I found some of the Haitian migrants that had set up their own stores, and I tried to speak to some of them, but none of them spoke English. We're down here in downtown Charleroi. What's interesting, we just walked into this store right here, 3 Haitians, none of them speak English, but then if you come to this street right here, what's even more interesting is this one says Virgo by Western Union. Western Union is a way for people to send money to other countries.
No, so they're doing the same thing. Bro, why do they keep doing this? They keep doing this. We saw this down in California with the hospice fraud. Same thing with the daycares over in Minnesota. They come here and they take they get the money and then they send it back.
So
like,
what they're
come
doing
on.
is you have all these shops that are set up here where they're able to make money here inside the United States and then go to a place like Western Union and send that money back to their country in Haiti. And this is another store here on the main street where they can transfer money over to other countries like Haiti. How long have you been here for?
I have 2 months.
¿Y cómo llegaste aquí?
¿Cómo llegaste aquí? Con visa.
Con visa.
Yeah.
Pero aplicación CBP1?
Esa cosa un poquito personal, disculpe. No puedo responder ese tipo de palabras, pero es un poco personal.
Cuando llegaste aquí en avión a los Estados Unidos?
Aquí sí, con avión. Gente que habla dice que aquí tiene tanto palabra, dice que los americanos no quieren ver los inmigrantes que viven aquí.
¿Es la verdad que el gobierno les da dinero cuando llegaste aquí?
Normalmente yo creo que cuando la gente viene aquí, si la persona no tiene plata, dinero, para vivir igual que viene.
And when the Haitians come in here,
Oh,
are they
so
using
they
money
just give
from
them
the
money,
government?
right? That's what they were saying?
Creo que cuando
¿Es la verdad que
dice que
I've heard that the Americans don't want to see the
los
Haitians.
americanos no quieren ver
Living
los
here.
inmigrantes que viven aquí.
The government gives you money when you
¿La
arrive
verdad que
here.
el gobierno les da dinero cuando llegaste aquí?
Normalmente yo creo
Normally, I believe if you don't come here with
que
money,
cuando la gente viene aquí, si la persona no tiene plata, dinero, para vivir
I
igual que
believe
viene.
I believe so. So they give them money. Oh wow,
from the
big
government,
surprise.
Or is it like
We've
a
only been saying that,
card from the
right?
government, or are you giving like physical cash?
Physical, not like they work, so yeah, physical sometimes, but it's usually like EBT. So when the government tries to help them, that's
So
Oh,
what.
this is a store owner. This is a store owner that has the Haiti people that come in all the time, and he's saying that they use EBT.
Card from the government, or are they?
Si la persona
Haitians come in here, are they using money from the government, or is it like a card from the government, or are they giving like physical cash?
Physical, not like they work, so yeah, physical sometimes, but it's usually like EBT. So when the government tries to help them, that's what they usually give.
How long have you been here for?
3 years.
3 years. And are people upset with all the migrants that came here into the city?
No, never see that.
How do you feel about all the other migrants that recently came into Charleroi? All right, everybody, real quick break from the video to tell you guys what we're doing to celebrate America's 200th and crew next as back with the bald eagle with America in black. We have the AFC logo as well as on the back with the bald eagle with the American flag.
250, let's
It says America
go.
250th. You guys, thank you guys so much for supporting this channel, and we have to make sure these.
I'll
next
make sure that I
match up.
put a link down in the video whenever I make it, and I'll put a link in the description of the stream whenever I get done for the day.
Just as good as the next 250 years. So go ahead and cop in the link in the description down below or in the pinned comment as well. America's 250th. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Now enjoy the rest of the video.
I feel good because they coming to put the city going up. Before you can make like 400 1 week. Now it's better than 400. You see, America changed, everything changed, man. So the immigrant help this country.
Yeah.
They really help the country. I don't see nothing bad here. Nothing bad. Everything slow down. your people, my people, Spanish people, African people, Asian people, Nepal people, a lot of people here, but it's like for like 14 nations here in Charleroi.
And do you think the United States of America should keep allowing migrants to come into small towns like Charleroi?
America need people, man. America need people because we work, when we come in here, we work 7 a day. So it's not something we come in to be lazy, you know, we help the country.
See, this is the kind of person that you would let in right here. You would let somebody like this come in because they work. They're not living off the system. And if this guy is actually if he has any government funded stuff, they should just take that away straight up. But it sounds to me like he actually works for his living. So I think that this is a good example of what an immigrant should look like, should be, you know, hardworking for the community, works, doesn't get any government financial aid, pays taxes, holds a form of property, speaks English. This is what I want to see. This is good. This looks really good. Like, this is great.
Do any of the migrants receive money from the government once they arrive here into Charleroi?
Yeah, the government helps a little bit.
And what do they help with?
SNAP food, from ABT. So I don't know, I just got help from ABT, but a lot of people got different help, you feel me?
How much money does the government give to some of the migrants?
In Florida, I remember when I was in Florida, Miami, they give me 700, you feel me?
700, bro, what the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? 700 in Florida? I got $80 a month, and I was 19, holding down a job, barely able to afford rent. I got $80 fucking a month. I couldn't even get on the medication I needed. Are you fucking kidding me? Bro. Are you fucking kidding? And this is what pisses me off. This is what makes me angry.
So when I'm coming here, it's coming down to $2.91. So it's some food money.
Okay, so they give you money for food only.
Yeah, but you pay that too. When you start working, you pay it back. You pay everything by tax. So.
Okay, yeah, with taxes, right?
Yeah, I pay everything. I Medicare,
I made $600 every 2 weeks at working at my job where I was working. I was working at Sonic because I didn't have transportation because like I had just gotten out of high school and I didn't have parents like that. It's insane to me that these guys can come from a foreign country and get $700 in fucking food stamps, but somebody like me gets completely fucked their entire lives to the point where I can't like, that's crazy. That really infuriates me.
All is like 200 tax every fucking week. So that's why we use it.
As black folks, you know what I'm saying? Okay, there's another race coming in, and okay, they want to be more superior than them, and they want, you know, hold on, they get government assistance, and government won't give us assistance. So
Exactly! That's the problem! That's the problem! They won't give us assistance, and we need it!
Jealousy and enviousness going on.
I don't think anyone's saying these people are bad people. I think the people are just upset, like you just said right now.
Yeah, because it causes a divide.
They're taking over and getting the resources that you should be getting, right?
Right. Well, I'm there getting the resources too. Yeah, I mean, I guess they out there for whoever want to get them. But at the same time, I understand what people are saying about that. But it's not them that's doing it. It's the government and it's the companies.
Yeah, he's right. It's the government. The government is giving them the money, and the companies are hiring them.
Lower money to work for them versus giving them, I guess, what they want to pay us.
And what kind of benefits are the migrants getting once they come here to the town?
From the government, they probably getting money from the government. You know what I mean, from what I heard, you know what I mean, they give them tens of thousands of dollars, you know what I'm saying, and help them get properties and jobs and cars, and we trying to figure out.
Must be fucking nice. Must be motherfucking nice. Whenever I left Louisiana to come to Texas at the age of 16 to finish high school because my abusive mother pulled me out of school, I had to couch hop the last 2 years of my high school. I eventually got a job just before I graduated. I worked at Sonic almost 6-7 days a week sometimes, trying to pull in enough money to pay for my apartment. I applied for food stamps. They gave me fucking $80. I couldn't get a driver's license because I didn't have transportation to the DMV, didn't have a vehicle in order to practice. And they giving these motherfuckers the ability to do that? Are you kidding me? Giving them a job? I applied at one point trying to look for another job. I was trying to work 2 jobs. I was going to work Sonic and Whataburger because they were right across the street from each other. This makes me sick to my stomach. The only way I was able to learn how to drive was because I was on an online dating app and I found a girlfriend. I moved in with her. She was a successful teacher at a high school. I couldn't even look at my own government for aid, but these motherfuckers get bussed in and given all this free shit? Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, oh my God, that pisses me off.
I mean, well, how's they driving when they can't read or understand the language too much?
They caused a lot of car crashes here?
There's been a couple. There's been a few. Yeah, they done ran in somebody's house and everything.
You guys are moving out. And why
they're moving out, I'm helping them move out.
Oh, okay.
I moved out last year over this. I actually used to live right there.
And why are so many people deciding to move out of Charleroi?
Because, I mean, they're taking all the jobs, basically. There's no help for the people here. These people just get to run around to do pretty much whatever they want.
Yeah, and why do you think the government is incentivizing these people to come to these small towns like this one here?
I don't understand it. It's not fair to them either, because once, like, these, you know, factories dry up, where are these people going to work?
And so you moved out of Charleroi because the prices were going up, or?
The prices of rent were going up. As like I said, the landlords, too. They're taking advantage of the migrants coming in, so they're upping the rent,
Well, yeah, it's because they could probably get a stipend from the government for housing them. They're probably getting paid in some way, shape, or form for allowing them to stay there.
They can get double what they're getting off of normal people, like compared to a year ago from these
You know why they can get double off of what they can get from normal people? Is because they're being given all the frickin' the good jobs that are blue collar, like working at that steel plant. That's good money. That's real good money. And they're just being handed it. They're just being given it. It's just ridiculous.
What are you paying in rent?
I was paying $550, and then it went up to, I think, $1,200 is what it's at now.
Do you feel like now the city of Charleroi, well, the government in general, is putting the migrants over the American citizens?
Yeah, absolutely.
And what would incentivize them to do that?
Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I think it's political.
How much money do you think these migrants are receiving from the government?
I mean, I've heard they get anywhere from $900 to $1,100 for a single person.
Are you fucking kidding me? Bro, $900 would have changed my life at 19. Like, that's just so, like, soul crushing. You have no idea. Like, it's like, it's fucking depressing, bro. Like, what? Like, to think about how many times I've, like, fucking gotten fucked up in my life. And they just bust these guys, dude, like, what? Where was any of my help? It's just so fucking depressing. Where was any of my assistance? Where was any of this for me? I needed this, and it wasn't there for me. But I'm just supposed to be okay with what, being homeless? I've busted my ass for everything that I've had just to end up a 31-year-old fucking nothing. And it's sick. And you're just supposed to you're just expected to be okay with that. Bro, they literally, just for being here in America, they make almost as much as I did whenever I worked at Sonic. I made like $1,200 a month and I could barely afford rent. Like, what? And they're just being handed $900 in government stuff. But I just can't.
Yes, and then they get some kind of a cash benefit. I believe it's $2,400.
$2,400 a month as well. So it's not the problem that these people are Haitians.
No,
like, it's not a race thing. They're nice people.
I work for like a lot of them. I do a mobile mechanic business. They're nice
Bro,
people.
that amount of money that early. I could have went to college. I could have been able to Uber over and get my driver's license earlier. I would have been able to do so much with my life. Like what?
That it's just the influx of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then that
Hell,
encourages.
that could still benefit my life. $900 a month from the government? Are you kidding me? Bro, we working like fucking 7 days a week, making like fucking pennies on the dollar, barely able to afford rent every month, struggling just to get food. And they're just handing these motherfuckers out $900 a month? Are you fucking kidding me?
It's like the landlords that jack the rent.
Bro.
They know they got the money for it. Considering Charleroi didn't have a huge population before and then to dump so many off here, just don't make any sense to me.
But how many people are
How's it
living
going, Kevin?
inside of these homes?
I've worked on a few of these houses. I've seen up to 12 people in a 2-bedroom house.
And that's why they're able to raise the rent so much, because they got 12 people that are all getting $1,200 from the government.
Some of these landlords, not all of them, but some of them will do what they do is they'll charge per head for these Haitians. So they'll like take a regular house like that one there.
Mm-hmm.
They'll put 8 or 9 of them in there and charge them $750 a month per person.
Wow, so these landlords are making a lot of money off all these migrants coming into this town.
Yeah, that's what makes it terrible. Like, is now they're jacking the rent up. The normal people who used to live here can't afford to live here.
How did they get here?
They go to like Columbus, Ohio, and somewhere in New Jersey, and then they kind of just drive down here. They give them cars and everything. Like, you'll notice a lot of Ohio temporary tags when you're driving around. That's where they come from.
Really? How are they getting these cards if they're not citizens, they don't have driver's license?
The government's giving it to them. Simple as that. They give them an allowance for vehicles, I know that.
What I want to know is, how are they coming in as quickly? I don't have a problem with immigration if you do it the right way. As far as the whole thing of eating pets, have I seen it? No. Is it possible? Yes, I believe so, because of the fact that a lot of these people practice voodoo. It is their religion. It is, we have...
Oh, I don't want to hear about
My
this
sister's
crazy fucking
concerned
swamp
about me
lady,
being
dude.
here election night if President Trump wins again. She's afraid of retaliation, and I said, I'm not leaving. It is what it is.
Yeah, from retaliation from the Haitians?
Yes.
What do you see here on the streets on the daily?
Garbage everywhere, dog crap, the alleys are all bad. They fly through the alleys like it's a racetrack. Like I said, they ride around with no license plates on their cars sometimes.
Would you ever imagine that your small town of Charleroi would look like this?
No, never.
And why do you think the government is targeting small towns like Charleroi?
I have no idea.
From Charleroi, we then headed to Springfield, Ohio, where they had recently received an influx of nearly 20,000 Haitian immigrants. When I arrived at Springfield, Ohio, none of the Haitian migrants agreed to speak on camera. However, I did meet some migrants who were flown into the country using the CBP-1 app. Did you guys come here with the Haitians? ¿Vinieron aquí con los haitianos?
Sí.
¿Cómo llegaron aquí usted y su familia? How did you guys get here, you and your family?
Bien por la cita de CBP-1.
Por el CBP-1. So they came by the CBP-1 app y fueron trasladados en avión para llegar a los Estados Unidos?
Yes.
Really? You were flown by plane from Mexico, or where did you guys catch your flight?
Mexico, a Columbus, por escala.
Oh, wow. Wow, so they came straight from Mexico, then to Columbus, Ohio. Then I met a family who decided to spill all the information about what is actually happening in Springfield, Ohio. I know you guys have probably seen the news and everything like that. Do you guys believe the rumors to be true?
Yeah.
Have you guys personally ever seen anybody eating a cat or a dog here?
I seen a Haitian carrying a goose by its neck. And then we seen a van with like a whole bunch of cats in it.
Really?
And a Haitian driving it. It was a white van.
Really?
With a Haitian driving it.
How have you guys had any friends or family that have had their pets gone missing?
Yes. My aunt.
Can you tell us about that?
So she used to have this cat, and then so it's like an outside cat. And then next thing you know, give it about a week or two, it's gone missing, and we check her cameras, and someone's took it. And it was a Haitian carrying it down the road. The school is,
what the
I would say about like, I don't even know, like 50% of the schools, or maybe a little bit more, are Haitians. For the past couple of years, like, they're filling the classrooms up. And we don't have the translators to help the teachers, and they're just really disrespectful. I mean, the footage got taken down, but before Christmas break, there's two Haitians got caught fighting in the stairway.
At school?
Yes, at school. There was video. Another thing, the age limit to go to school is 21.
Yeah.
And there'd be 21-year-olds in freshman classes.
What?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, that's not okay. That's not okay because I'm not saying all of them, but some of them, some of my friends have literally got violated by them and harassed.
So their 21-year-olds are inside the high school.
So they're literally doing the exact same thing that they're doing in the UK. Because that's what was going on in the UK. And they're like getting, you know, having these awful things happen to these young white ladies. And then it spirals into them being part of this awful, like, you know, the rape gang inquiry by Rupert Lowe. So that they're basically trying to do the exact same thing here.
Yes. It's not okay.
What percentage of students at your high school would you say are migrants that have recently came into the United States?
I'd say like 60%. The top floor, the classes would literally be filled with Haitians. Every single classroom. No white people, no nothing. It was just Haitians. And I know that for a fact because the translators would be in there. That's where the translators are.
And are the rumors true that they have eaten cats and dogs of people here?
I've not seen it myself, but, you know, our geese population down here at the park, you know, it's went way, way, way down. You know, before.
And you know what's funny is that young lady, that young girl that was talking earlier was saying that she saw a Haitian carrying a duck or a goose. Bro, they literally like moving in and just killing everything and eating it. Like, what the hell?
When you drove in the park, you know, you would have to stop and let the geese come across, you know, sit there for 2, 3, 4 minutes. And, you know, it's like I tell everybody now, you can fly through there like a NASCAR track. You know, I understand why they leave their country because we've been watching it on YouTube about their country. But, you know, to drop like 20,000 on us and, you know, then they get all these money, get all the money.
It's the money. That's the problem. It's the fact that they get more money than average citizens. The citizens should be getting that much, and they should be getting $80 a month on food stamps. Like, there's no reason for these guys to get like $900 in freaking food or $900 from government aid. That should be Americans getting that money.
The new cars.
It's ridiculous.
What kind of money and what kind of cars? Or describe kind of the benefits that they are getting here.
I don't know exactly what kind of money they get, but I've been reading on the Crime Monitor that Dole, they brought them in, paying their rent, making sure, you know, they got a way back and forth to work and that stuff.
And how much do you think they're paying them? Cheaper than Americans?
Yeah, diversity staffing up on High Street. Don't know if you guys have heard about that or not.
Just DEI or what? So,
diversity?
Yeah.
Staffing? I guess they're only paying them like $12.50 an hour.
Sounds like there is some truth to some of the rumors that are being spread on the internet.
Well, I mean,
so what's going on is they're going to this diversity staffing. They're getting a job where they're being paid like nothing, and they're getting subsidized by the government. That's what's going on here. Their income isn't coming from them working. It's coming from the government. And they're getting and they're also charging the rent as well through the government. That's why these landlords are raising the rent like crazy.
It's all rumors. Some of it may be, but most of it's the truth. I mean, why would we want to lie? We live here, and it's our town, community, and, you know, why should we lie about it?
When the news came out, when Donald Trump was in the debate, when he said, they're eating the cats and dogs, and you guys living here in Springfield, Ohio, listen to national news, what was your guys' initial reaction?
Well, see, the same night that debate was on, they had a meeting up here at the town hall. And, you know, and everybody blames Trump and Vance for getting that started. No, it didn't get started from them. It, you know, just telling the truth.
What's the priority, would you say, between Americans, homeless Americans, veterans, and then the migrants?
Well, the veterans and the homeless, and honestly, they get treated like shit compared to the Haitians. You know, everybody's getting kicked out of their houses, and the Haitians are getting them because the landlord knows that they're getting a lot more money for them. So, you know, they don't care about the renters.
Why would the city be for having this large influx of people come through?
Well, my opinion is they're making big money off of it.
In what ways?
Oh, yeah. It's all about money.
They make money.
Well, I mean, Here we go. Get it fired up. The mayor uptown here, I won't say no names. He owns quite a bit of property around here, and that's about all that lives in his house.
Really?
He owns a funeral home.
Well, there it is, isn't it? So the mayor bought up all the properties and is now importing people that he can use to subsidize the government. Oh, man, it's all coming together now, guys. It's all falling into place now. Huh. Interesting.
So, you know.
So what I was saying with the government and how if you're a government official, you shouldn't have the ability to, you should be debanked and all of your assets seized for the entirety of your term. Huh. It's becoming more and more of a reality that we're going to have to advocate for.
He's making money either way, you know, living or dying.
Holy cow. So wait, so the mayor of Springfield owns a lot of property here, and he is employing the Haitian migrants.
Yeah, you know, he rents to them, so, you know, he's making big money off of that.
And then he also owns a funeral home.
Yeah, I won't tell you which one.
Holy cow.
That's crazy. What the fuck? Yo, W. Nick Shirley for showing the hard facts and the truths. This has 40,000 views. This has 40,000 fucking views. And that's it. $673.
Towards 2-year-old children.
Is this
99K. That is insane. That actually really pisses me off. 699, 270. Yeah, they really hitting hard, huh? 190, 505, 60, 72, 43, 59. Yeah, they really fucked us. They fucked us hard. Look at that. 850, 308, 250, 110. Well, it's just kind of jumping all over the place, huh? That's crazy. It's crazy to think that they're trying to hurt people so much. On X, he gets like 300 million views a video. It's completely ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
This is from Louis Rossman. He's one of the most outspoken privacy advocates, consumer rights advocates, and he's been that way for literally 10 years. And he's saying the same thing.
We're not talking about that right now.
Politicians backpedaling on trans issues.
Well, they have to backpedal now because the atmosphere is rapidly changing. Whenever Biden took office, it was a completely different atmosphere than it is now.
You are quite pro-trans, aren't you? You've appeared in... You are quite pro-trans, aren't you? You've appeared in campaigns and things. I mean, do you think a woman can have a penis? Because you did previously. It's an important question for a health secretary to answer.
No, I don't.
So you've changed your mind?
Yes.
Why have you changed your mind?
Well, I think a lot of us have been thinking...
Here's what makes me really sick to my stomach, is you know that there are people that lost their jobs because they didn't align with that mentality. And now their livelihoods, if they were able to recover it, and if they didn't, are completely ruined because of this piece of shit.
About this issue over recent years. And, I wouldn't now say that, for instance, trans women are women. I think that biological sex is important.
But you must have known that before. You're very well educated. You went to St. Paul's private school, I was reading this morning. How on earth could you have previously thought that a woman can have a penis?
Well, I think this is an issue that a lot of us have thought about in recent years. And I think there's a difference between sex
This woman is cooking him so bad. I love this. Oh my God.
and gender. I think that when it comes to sex, biology is what matters. And that's why...
Oh, really? Well, that's a 180 from what you were doing before.
You
Or 360.
women who called for, who were gender critical and then were cancelled an apology?
Look, I don't think people should be cancelled. I think people should be allowed to have their views.
Oh, now you think that. Oh, you think that now, huh? Man, was that before or after you started trying to put political opponents in jail? Like a goddamn dictatorship. Was that before or after? I would assume that it's after, huh? What's the matter? You scared you're going to be put in jail where you belong?
The reason these women were cancelled is because people like you denied biological sex and then they were...
There you go. This lady needs a damn award. Call it out for what it is. They started it, and now the other side is finishing it.
Cancelled. I think people should be allowed to have their views.
But part of the reason these women were cancelled is because people like you denied biological sex and then they were hounded on by the trans lobby.
I love her.
She's good. She's really good.
Oh my God, she's so good. Wow.
Yeah. No. And you don't let these people forget either. You do not let these schizo motherfuckers forget. You do not let them forget what they did. Do not.
Never let weasels like this ever into power.
Exactly.
Never let them live it down.
Yep.
Never let them walk it back. Never let them say I was wrong. It's over.
Yep.
It's over for you. Nobody should ever trust you again.
Or take you seriously.
You are a
you put your college education to the side for an ideology, systemically oppressed people, put people in jail, allowed for online harassment and bullying, death threats. You get what's coming to you. Just be thankful you're able to stay free and not in jail.
Fucking freak. You bowed down to a mob of mentally ill morons who thought that you could change your gender. No, absolutely not. Never let these people back down at all, ever. You are going to die on this hill. And this is the only thing that people should be asking you about or talking to you about. This is the only thing that matters. Because again, and this is the reason why I think it matters so much. And I want to explain the reason why I think the trans issue and a handful of these other issues matter so much to me. It's because they are an indicator of a person's state of mind. If a person's mindset, another one, let me pull this one up and I'll get ready for it. And if apology that a person cannot be trusted with reality. Making like I don't know, like their brain is messed up. It's broken. There's something wrong with their brain. You never let these people try to talk it down. You always push them over and over and over.
Well, I have an easy way to dismantle this. Very easily. Very easily. If you don't know that you're a man or a woman, and you think that there are other genders, you obviously shouldn't have a hand in politics whatsoever. You should be wearing like a mental cap, like a little helmet, right? A little retard helmet. That's what you need. You don't need to be in politics, period. You don't. People should just look at you, hand you a cookie, and say that you're doing a good job, you know? That's it. Like you don't need to be taken seriously because it spirals into this. It did. It spiraled into this craziness.
And you can never trust these people again. Completely run them out of every institution. It's like flat earthers. I prefer a flat earther to retards panel the shit. Yeah, they can't be trusted. Because what they've shown is that...
Well, the thing is that without even a question, if you walk into politics and you say that you're a flat earther, they're going to laugh you out. That's what we should have done to anybody that thought that that you could turn a man into a woman or a woman into a man. You can't do that. We can't do that right now. We don't have the DNA altering technology that is required to do such a thing.
Their values and their opinions are based off of consensus. The creeps are now backpedaling. Never let them backpedal. Oh my God.
I'm a woman. I'm an adult female. A man who says he's a woman is a trans woman. That doesn't make him a woman because he's not an adult female, is he?
Well, I believe that trans women are women. And
You
they
do?
are included, yes.
And therefore, it's absolutely fine for a biological man who says that he is a woman, who's got his tackle intact, has all the benefits of male puberty, strength, height, and everything, that for them to compete against women in sport is absolutely fine and fair. You think that is the case, yeah?
So the individual sporting bodies, I think, will make...
And you know, you got to hand it to all these Republicans that were trying to get this stuff on record. They knew that there was going to be a wave coming, and the wave is here. They knew it.
Decisions around individual sporting events. And
yeah, but you create the ecosystem in which those bodies make the decisions by saying things like this. You encourage decisions to be made in one direction by making rulings on what public health is. That's what they try to do.
And they exclude trans women if trans women are women.
So the Equality Act does allow provision. So if you start from the position that the Equality Act allows a single-sex exemption, which allows certain activities, for instance, to be only participated in or taken, or for only women to be part of that, it assumes rightly that trans women are included in that. But then allows specific exemptions, and that is a provision within the Equality Act. As I say, this is
So you do accept that trans women aren't women then?
No, I said trans women are women. I said
But you could exclude some women from competing with other women because you're accepting that the trans women...
This is the most important issue. And the reason why is because it shows a fundamental denial of reality. If a person can't figure out what gender somebody is, you cannot trust them to make any decisions for anything else.
Exactly. It's kind of the same instance of fighting a fire. Fighting a fire, or actually, you know what? Is there anything that's more relatable? A gas station. A gas station is a good example. You can't be trusted to pump your own gas if you're walking around as Static Shock. Oh, that's a superhero, right? Everything he touches usually gets fried. You can't be trusted with the obvious. You can't be trusted to do the job if you're obviously just too stupid to do it. Like, you can't go out and work on an oil rig without some form of college education. They made it a requirement, right? And it's because you can't have somebody that's thinking that, you know, the oil that's coming out of the ground is safe to drink. Like, you obviously shouldn't be there. Something is definitely cognitively wrong with you, and you damn sure shouldn't be on that rig. It's the same difference. You can't go out to an oil rig and start drinking the oil out of the ground whenever you're over there trying to throw the big mechanical arm around the system, right? Because everyone's going to look at you like you're fucking crazy, and then you're going to probably die from drinking it. Like, that's the thing. Like, you obviously, you claim that you're college educated. Some of these people that we saw were in healthcare. They were in healthcare, for God's sake, saying that they didn't want to say what a man and a woman was because of their own patients and their mental health. You are a doctor. You are supposed to tell them they're fucking crazy. Not that they are, right? But like, if you have somebody that comes into your office and immediately goes batshit crazy because you misgendered them once, you need to tell them they're crazy and they need to be on meds and Happy Hotel. Like, this is ridiculous. The fact that you could even hold people like these people are in office. We're not talking about like a store worker. We're talking about in professions, office, holding down the government. Hey, they're in the government saying this shit. They're in like doctor's offices telling parents that they're going to die if they don't have a sex change. No, hell no. And you know what makes it even more dangerous is because whenever they do the sex change operation, they get money from the government because it's a big feeding loop. It's ridiculous.
That's the reason why it matters so much. It is a frame indicator. It shows that their decision-making is compromised and that they are completely untrustworthy. This is from 2022. That's what we're saying. It's 2022 versus his current stance. Yes, that's right.
Aren't women? Do you see how it's not possible to hold both ideas in your head at the same time?
No, I think it is, because I think actually this is a sensitive matter. This is a sensitive matter.
It is very sensitive. It's sensitive for women as well as for trans women, isn't it? When we don't think when our sport is being destroyed by male competitors, and when our changing rooms, our hospital wards, and prisons are and refuges have biological men walking into them who simply claim that they are women.
It's sensitive for everyone involved, which is why I started my answer by saying it's really important, in my opinion, to take the heat out of this discussion and to have a calm discussion about what the law is
and what a woman
is, and what that allows, and the decisions that allows people to make.
Do you think it is possible to have an unheated discussion when we cannot even agree what a woman is?
Well, I've
Jesus, he's getting destroyed.
Set out how I would define.
Yes, and I don't agree with you.
And neither does biological fact. Part of having a debate is about recognising disagreements and having a calm, unheated discussion about it.
Do you think it's a bit strange that you're sitting there as a man telling me, a woman, what a woman is?
You asked me my opinion, and I'm setting out what I think a woman is, which, as I said, is an adult female and trans woman.
What a nasty fucking weasel, bro.
A woman is just...
What a nasty loser fucking weasel.
Julie, I think it's clear that you and I think it's clear that you and I disagree on this. And as I say, trying not to have a heated discussion about this is really important to have this debate in a way that...
I think we should have very heated discussions about this. So I'm going to leave it. I know we're well over time, and I know it's very much off your remit.
This is what he was saying in 2022, and now he's changing his opinion because now the social climate has changed, and now he's doing this. The problem with that is that these people will make decisions that affect other people's lives, and those decisions are not based off of science, but they're based off of a manufactured consensus by internet outrage and activism. That cannot be allowed to continue. You can't let that happen. What a slimy weasel's cook. I know, man. Got a virtue signal? Yeah, there it is. And he hates women because they keep him... the one guy has zero testosterone. I totally agree. The guy looks like a total fucking loser. And guy would have been hung 100 years ago. I totally agree. I totally agree. And I hate these people. I've always hated them. And now you have it getting even worse for them, and they're getting pushed more and more and more. Do you think if a Democrat wins, this will all get reversed? It will. If a Democrat wins, that you will have more people that will be accepting of it, which is the reason why you should, number one, never vote for them, and number two, whenever there is a...
I'm trying to actually report this guy. There we go. Maybe you shouldn't get into the comments and call people baboons. It's kind of racist. CM4, whatever the hell his name is. We won't ever have to worry about him again. He's gonzo. And I also reported him for hate speech. So.
We have to completely remove these people's ability to have any impact on anything. Like, we have to totally, figure out ways to take away their voting rights, figure out ways to take away their influence through institutions, and...
Rose says that part 3 of Reckless Ben's video comes out today because the restraining order got lifted. As soon as that video comes out, I will react to it. It will most likely be tomorrow, though. Because if it's going to be as long as I think it's going to be, we're about to be on a ride, boys.
Basically systematically disenfranchise them on every single level of public and private life possible. And doing this is the only way that you can finally move past this idiocy. It'll be a 180-degree switch. Yes, and that's the way I look at it, right? And we need more. Yeah, you have to totally, make it to where it's not reversible, make it to where they can't recover. This is what I was saying before about deporting all of the people out of the country. Send them back and then leave them there. That's it.
Yeah,
so they're not mentally stable. Yeah, commit these people to institutions. Do everything that you can to take away their rights.
He was being a dick. I don't want to engage with somebody like that. And I know y'all don't either. Regardless of who's right and wrong, if you're just gonna sit there and be an ass, I'm not even gonna cater to that anymore. I'm gonna be honest. If we start getting more viewers like that, I'm not even gonna pull them up. I'm just gonna ban them. I'm really trying to get away from cursing as much on stream. And if somebody's in the chat doing that kind of stuff constantly, I'm just gonna immediately permaban them. I'm not gonna pull them up. I'm not gonna engage with it. I don't want to promote that on the stream anymore like that. It's just not worth the time. It wastes everybody's time. And I just want to ban them and be on with the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see that anymore. It's just annoying. It doesn't benefit anybody. All it does is make both sides look bad. I just don't want to deal with it. I want to, if somebody comes in and they have actual talking points, then I'll pull them up. But I mean, how many of them that I pulled up actually had talking points? I mean, let's be honest with each other, right? I mean, if all you want to do is be aggro, go somewhere else, or you'll be forcibly removed. It's ridiculous.
And I think that probably is the only way to solve the problem. And I think really after that, then they won't be able to vote anymore. So it won't matter what they think. And so that's really my viewpoint on it. That's what I think they should do. We have to purge from academia first. Yes, I do totally agree with that. So you're okay with the level of corruption we're having right now, but do you prefer woke is dead versus corruption? I don't think it really matters, honestly. Like if you have corruption,
well, it depends on when he releases the video. The video's not out yet. I mean, he usually is pretty good about posting midday. I won't be live then, but like it'll probably be after the gaming stuff for sure. Hold on. It'll definitely be pretty early. It'll probably be right after the gaming stuff. Hold on. God damn it. Let me just type it in. It'd probably be better. I'm subbed to him, but I don't know why he doesn't pop up. Yeah, he hasn't posted it yet. There's nothing that I can do, and by the time that I get off, it'll most likely be tomorrow at some point. If he posts it tonight. If he posts it tonight or today, it'll be up. I'll react to it tomorrow. So, but I doubt he's gonna do it.
And with rainbows or corruption
before I get off,
like fucking swastika. About like your mom wanting to have sex with him, people should be saying this. If there's some other things, it doesn't make a difference. It should. Of course, like candidate. It is
being planned.
Yeah,
well, that is a problem. Do you think that matters?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what all this extra stuff is. I don't really care about all this extra stuff.
Here we go. Footage has emerged.
Oh yeah, there was a beating of a cop. I think it's like a cop that got beat up or something like that.
From a teen
takeover
in North Charleston, South Carolina. It appears a white female police officer was severely beaten by a mob of black teens, including in what appears to be with a Roman candle. Okay, let's watch it. Isn't that crazy?
We definitely can't watch that. We definitely can't watch that.
The wig? Oh, right.
It's the music.
Oh my god. Wow.
It's so ridiculous, bro.
This song so much.
Look at all that. And you know who's going to have to pay for that? The taxpayers. The taxpayers are the ones that are going to have to pay for this. Bro, like, the fact that they're just letting this happen. That's the craziest part about this. They're just letting it happen. They're not even going to try to stop it.
Project X?
It's so sick.
Man. Jesus Christ. Jesus.
You know what's so sad about this is that you can't even be like, oh, it's all right, it's in a blue state anyway. Where do you think they're going to go when all the businesses flee? Where do you think these teens are going to show up when all those businesses run?
And they're just tearing shit up. Oh my god. Why do people put up with this shit? And this is, oh my god, this is the grocery store got looted. What's happening? Wow. Look at all that. That's crazy. How would you solve this? Oh, I just send
just mobilize the military. Mobilize the military and give them all community service throughout the entire summer. That's what you do. If they don't have anything else better to do, give them community service for the entire summer. Work them like it's a job. They will be too tired to sit here and do this.
The
That's how you fix
National
it.
Guard, and if any of them got violent, I'd shoot them.
Yeah. That
Yeah, I
works
think
too.
it'd be over pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be it. Yeah, that'd be it. You wouldn't shoot first and ask questions later? No, I'd wait for him to do something.
Only to the violent people. Why would you?
Wrong.
Yeah, I wouldn't hurt anybody that doesn't like some of them are just out there to like, you're not, it's the same concept with like a robber, right? A robber isn't there to kill somebody. They're there to rob the store. So 9 times out of 10, a robber's never actually going to shoot somebody, even if they really like need to, because they're not murderers, they're robbers, right? It's the same concept. If someone's going to be violent in a crowd like this, it's because they're a piece of shit anyway.
Yeah, that's what I do. And then I'd find the people that were doing it, because, you know, you have like a million different types of like facial recognition software. And then I just go to their house.
This is also what's going to lead to the crackdown on online ID as well. This is going to cause online ID. Right here, this will cause it.
Houses and charge them. And I'd put all of them. Then what I would do is that I wouldn't do ankle monitors anymore. I would do neck collars. I'm not kidding. I would put neck collars and shock collars on every single one of them. And I would say, you have to clean up this entire fucking thing. And if you go off the premises, we're going to zap the fucking shit out of you until you're done.
I like that idea. I like that idea. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yep. The educators. Yep, that's right. Just like Iran? No, not just like Iran. These are people looting. Like if this was, so I think it's fundamentally like very different. Like whenever you're destroying private businesses and you're destroying random property and hurting random people, that's fundamentally different than whenever like the Iranian people were rioting against the government specifically, right? Like this is a profoundly different
I already looked up that BAM map thing. I'm not looking that up again. There's too much shit in that, dude. I'm not
thing.
That.
And also
And
these
nobody
people
covered it anyway. No one's talking about that.
can vote.
Just a bunch of
Iranians
legal
can't
jargon.
vote. So I don't like I hold Americans to a higher standard than I hold other people in other countries to. And the reason why is because we have democratic representation and other countries don't have democratic representation. So when I see a country like, you know, for example, like Serbia or like Turkey, right? Turkey had that issue where they put the other guy in jail, or Indonesia, or let me think. Venezuela had this issue. Mexico is like, it's middle ground, right? Nepal, I don't know about Nepal, right? And so Brazil, I don't know about Brazil or Singapore either. But like those countries, like I don't hold them to the same standard that I hold Americans to, because they don't have the privilege of democracy and a representative government that they can use to inoculate yourself. A mother of 5 boys tell them to do, what are they supposed to do? The only thing that they can do is rob the CVS and get shot by the police.
And then the parent sues the police. The police officer loses their job because the parent doesn't want to do their job, which is what really sucks about it.
Only thing that they can do. There's nothing else they can do besides that, and that's it. They have to rob the CVS. Face ID everywhere? Yeah. It's the same thing I've said about the UK. You can ban all the ninja swords you want, but it's not going to make a difference because you don't need to ban the ninja swords. You need to ban the ninjas.
Exactly.
That's the problem. What is this? As someone who's been to Newport Beach many times over, the 4th of July, it's sad to see. This is not the norm I was seeing. Not one of these people live here, but the failed policies of weak parenting, weak California governing, and just piece of shit human beings. I have kids at this age. They don't act like this. So please don't tell me it's an age thing. I used to, I would be doing this.
The issue isn't that it's mob mentality. That's the issue with it. Is that you've got all these young kids, well, they're not kids, they're teens, out here doing this, and it's the mob mentality fueled by this teen BS. And the thing is that the local law enforcement isn't allowed to do their job, so it devolves and spirals into them just breaking into stores, and you know what really sucks is that the stores that these little bastards break into are probably going to end up getting shut down. They are, because there's no way that they're going to be able to continue to afford insurance on those stores if this keeps happening. And it will keep happening until the government does something about it, whether it be local or federal.
If I was a teenager, I would be. But the reason why is because I knew I would get away with it. If I knew that the police officers would shoot you if you did this stuff, or you'd actually go to jail, or they'd put a shot collar on you and like make you clean everything up and then put you in prison, I wouldn't do it. I think that really, you know, like consequences inform behavior. So when you have people like this that are doing this stuff, the reason why they're doing it is because they think they can get away with it.
Well, they can, and they are. They can, and they are. That's the problem. They're not just thinking that. They know they'll get away with it because they're teens. They know that they can do all of this, and it'll get expunged from their record when they turn 18. They will get away with it.
There's an incentive structure. There's an incentive with everything. You'd be the only white in the takeover? It is overwhelmingly black. I mean, I've seen like...
Hey, he didn't pick it up. It's not him. He just picked it up.
Yeah. Usually is. Yeah, I mean...
At least they got American flags, you know? Like, I can stand by that.
Teen takeovers, I mean, I think that we everybody knows this, right? I mean, like, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I'm pretending not to see it. I'm pretending not to notice it, right? But, like, very clearly, the teen takeovers are, like, overwhelmingly 90 plus.
Look at all these freaking people, bro. Holy crap.
+% black. And in a lot of these cases, they're, like, 100% black. It's organized? Yeah. It's mob mentality. Doesn't matter.
It absolutely is. And what makes it worse is that they're teens. Like, they don't... Like, you do understand to an extent, but at the same time, you don't. You have way more aggression in your body as a teen than you do as an adult.
Can't have
way more.
Especially for 4th of July, you know? What the fuck is a teen takeover? It's just a riot, basically.
It is a riot.
Yeah, that's it. It looks to me like, I think that, you know, again, Morocco defeated Canada
it's not even
in the World Cup.
It's not even a protest. It's literally just a bunch of teens getting together and destroying everything they can.
I mean, that doesn't seem like it's that bad, really. Like, I mean, it's bad, but it's not that bad. But like, it just seems like they're kind of just joking. Like, it's not good, right? It's obviously not good, but like, I mean, comparatively, there's the ones that are way worse. Dutch police are beating and arresting Moroccans who took to the streets of the Netherlands to celebrate. Let me see.
That's crazy. See, that's what the hell we need, bro. These guys look like badasses. Are you kidding me? That's what we need here. Look at their shoulder pads. They look like something out of Dragon Ball Z.
Whack-a-mole. Yep. God,
hell yeah, you get like a bunch of National Guard members in some attire like this with these batons, and you send them out in the middle of that teen takeover crowd, see how fast they don't disperse. Especially when they start getting whacked by those batons, I guarantee you they're gonna disperse. That shit hurts.
Yes. That's what you get. Shouldn't have been fucking around.
Oh, there they go.
Oh my God.
Yo, no kidding. I remember seeing something very similar to this at my academy. Except like right about here, he would be like, all right, drop, give me 20. And you see the guy in gear go, oh.
Wearing a dress. What are you doing wearing a dress?
Yo, they're not messing around over there.
Oh my God.
Hey, look how quick that got dispersed. You see how easy that was?
Ninja Gaiden IRL, yeah.
You start dispersing that crowd when it starts, and you won't have no problems.
Man, at least they're getting them. That's good. Oh my God. Thank God. They gotta go after these people more, yeah.
W10 joules for the heart. W10 joules for the happy.
Finally, this is happening.
Bro,
Oh my God. It
Cool
should have
Breeze
happened
and
a
W10
long
joules
time
for
ago.
the happy heart from
And,
Allison.
Yeah, let me go and find this. But no, I think that the US one is like way worse. Like in my opinion, like this is just like that's
like, how are you letting the cops get? Dude, there's no way I'd still be at that department. There's no way I'd be at that department, like, because you know she's gonna have to show up for trial and stuff, right? And she's gonna have to sit through trial just to have all that stuff dropped, bro.
The same one, I'm pretty sure. I'll see if I can look it up. Yeah, just deport them? Yeah, right? And what is this here? North Charleston confiscated 4 guns and a homemade
What?
Oh my...
It's a stabby boy, guys. It's a stabby boy.
God. Oh, are you... Who brings, like, what is this? What year is this? By the way, so this won't work, okay?
So yeah, it's just gonna twist off. I mean, that can't be worth a crap either. Like, it's only on one side. It's gonna twist off. I can see it like, or either that or it'll fall out. Because this part is bigger than the handle.
Why it won't work is because it's going to just get pushed forward whenever it actually gets pushed into it. So what you either have to
the stick. I forgot about that. Yeah, the stick itself is just gonna like slide back.
Do is you can split the wood down the middle and then put it inside of that, the same as you do with an axe head, or you would have to attach it directly inside the wood directly. It's the same reason why whenever you punch somebody, you have to punch them with like your middle 2 or like your middle 3 knuckles, and you never want to hit them with this one or with this one. It's because they're not reinforced by your wrist. And so, like, because how do I know this? Because I used to be a caveman. I used to be a caveman.
Finally, he admits it.
Like, something. You know, that was it. And so, anyways, were naturally selected. Okay. Anybody that made a spear like this back 7,000 years ago was naturally selected. Is this the whole thing? Oh my! He tried to grab her, and then. Out of the police force. She does. They need to take her out of the police force. You obviously don't have the physical capacity to be a police officer. You don't. I mean, like, you're not there. Bringing in, like, we've got to be honest, towns, and there can be like 3 or 4 guys, and he just takes them down. And I'm sure there's a few more of these here. Is it true that, yeah.
Yeah, Ronnie Coleman. Ronnie Coleman was a police officer. It was so fun. It's so funny to think that Ronnie Coleman was a cop.
This is the censored version, absolutely crazy. Is this the thing about her shitting on the train? Let me see if I can find this. Yes, it is.
Context. As America celebrated its 250th birthday, white nationalists from the group known as Patriot Front marched down the streets of Washington, D.C. According to the Southern Poverty Law Center, Patriot Front is a hate group. They arrived in Washington by train, surrounding everyday Americans just trying to go about their holiday, including this woman who sits calmly as
The one black person that you could find.
White nationalists surround her, whose image will likely be in our history and textbooks one day.
Some images.
They tried to say that she was I don't even know her name anymore. What the hell's her name? The name of that lady that apparently she was planted. Well, what was the name of the lady that sat in the back of the bus that was black that refused to move? Rosa Parks. Apparently, there are allegations that are coming out that saying that she's like she was some kind of political plant or something like that. Like someone had put her there.
Really strike a nerve and are instantly iconic. This feels like one of them. A black woman sitting on the D.C. metro surrounded by countless masked white nationalists on America's 250th birthday.
Speaking of weirdos, members of the group Patriot Front ride the metro as commuter looks on during the 250th anniversary of U.S. independence. This is, I mean, you know.
That is the face of somebody that is on crack.
America. There it is. A bunch of fucking...
So basically, the woman who was revealed...
Yeah, she was found shitting in the side of the subway, by the way. That's her shitting. Taking a fat one on the side.
Like they posted that photo, like, you know, it's like, oh my god, she's so scared. It's been revealed that the black woman
happy poop for Mossy Oak Cracker for the 10 Joules W.
The Democrats put on the pedestal for bravely riding a train with Patriot Front members were engaging in indecent exposure on the train moments before the photo was taken and has a lengthy arrest record.
Yep.
She's pulling her pants down.
By the way, YouTube, this is not copyrighted music. This music is over 100 fucking years old, so you can kiss my ass. I know this song. It's literally non-copyright possible. It's not even... Yeah, look, you see? That's her.
Who does this, guys? Like, this is insane. Can you
remember, guys, that's Rosa Parks. She's the current day Rosa Parks.
This shit up. It's just so disgusting and weird, man. This one shows the original viral picture better. Yeah, this was the original photo. Wow. Democrats always picking winners. It's actually crazy. Like, imagine thinking this is your new Rosa Parks icon, and then video comes out that she's pulling her pants down and trying to shit on the train station 10 minutes before the picture was taken. It's so fucking embarrassing. How do you keep doing this to yourself? Can't make this up? Well, anyway, I think that it's really going to show this is the safest subway car that she's ever been in her life. And she's sitting in her fucking seat like a good girl and not pulling her pants down and shitting on the floor.
Whose image will likely be in our history and textbooks one day.
I know, right? All those white people and they're still alive. That's crazy.
Please set your thermostats to 78 degrees to alleviate the stress on our power grid.
And notice the irony of during a heat wave.
Did we see this already? Oh, here we go. This was 59 minutes ago. Let me use the bathroom real quick. Okay, we back.
We have new video out of Newport showing the moment mounted police officers.
They never know what to do when the samurai cop cavalry get there. They're a horse first and a copper second. I don't think they care if they get a forced retirement. They're gonna kick right through your chest.
Clashed with crowds during July 4th celebrations. Things quickly spiraled out of control.
Yeah.
More than 350 officers moved in to clear the area and restore order to Balboa Peninsula.
And they did what I think it was called the 999 call, where Newport PD I don't think has 350 coppers. They got everybody from the surrounding cities to come over there and help them, because it's not even the largest beach over there. This small strip of very, very wealthy neighborhood got essentially invaded by people that are in fact not from Newport.
The crowd engaged in.
You see, if I had one of those wealthy properties out there, I would sue the shit out of the. I'd imagine that's why they brought out the samurai horses, right? I'd imagine that's why they brought them out. I would sue the local city hall. I would sue them into the ground. I'm not talking like the government part of it. I would slap lawsuit each and every one of the council members individually. If I had that kind of money, I would do it in an instant.
Yes.
Including setting off fireworks, blocking roads, fighting, and looting.
Super unfortunate, you know. Kids are out here mucking around, drinking, doing what they do. You know.
And you know what's crazy is he knows it. We all know it. You know they're drunk. And these are teens, bro.
There's no place for that.
We live in one of the most beautiful places in
Yes.
the world, so to have people that don't live here, don't care about this place, come and trash it for fun it's pretty disheartening.
Kind of an accurate description of just the country as a whole. People that come here, they hate us. They hate everything the country represents. They don't like rich people. They don't like the borders. They come here, trash it, go home, and they laugh about it the entire time.
I don't know if these are immigrants or not. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think they are. I think these are just a bunch of dumb teens that are being allowed to sit here and cause these mass riots. I don't think these guys are. I mean, there's probably some in there, sure, but
One officer was hit by a mortar, and police
Yes.
say they arrested more than 400 people.
And how does this happen in a place like Newport Beach? Because if you're not from around the area, this is Zillow. This is where it occurred. This is like the Balboa Peninsula. This is like the Lido Isle. This is like a very, very affluent area. Every single
very, very rich area. And you know what? You guys are gonna hate me for saying this. I don't care. Actually, this one's within a nice price range right here. This 404K. That's average. That's priced pretty well.
even like dilapidated place that's right on the beach, $6 million, $7 million, $3 million. Like, what is this? $500,000 thing? What is this? This is I'm guessing this is like a guest house on somebody's property. Yeah, this is like a small guest house. $500,000 gets you
it's so
$500,000
tiny.
gets you 2 beds and 1 bath to live off attached to somebody else's property. But most everything is these $4.2 million mansions. So how does a place like this end up essentially like the third world? This is Chicago teen takeover nonsense in the most expensive part of the country. And like I said, they had to bring in coppers from around there. None of these guys really look like they're beach equipped, but this guy's a motor copper, so he's like a motorcycle cop. They're out there trying to detain a single guy. He doesn't have any shoes on. And then immediately gets surrounded by the mob. This does not look like America, let alone Newport Beach. This is like, he's recording this from like a $5 million beach house. This mob of people coming over there. Again, these are not Newport.
I think that what's happening is you've got the immigrants taking up all the jobs. We have a generation that have heard from their parents that it's basically impossible for them to become anything in America now, that are now flooding the beaches of these highly, highly expensive. Well, they're mostly luxury, right? These are not like your standard family homes. These are luxury houses. And they're wrecking shop. again, I don't care. I think that if you want this to change, maybe give Americans the ability to make it. Because whenever you do, all you do is mass import your own group of workers and you don't give anybody jobs. Big surprise, a lot of their parents are struggling, and the teens see that, and now they're pissed too. Because that, like, if you think it's bad as a white person, just imagine how they feel. It's even worse for them, and they know it. We know it. Everybody knows it.
For the politicians,
like the average black person in this country is cooked because they're not an immigrant, so they don't get any of the benefits, but they're also not white, so they don't get any of those benefits. You know who really suffers from this? The black communities. They are completely crushed out of their own areas by these immigrants, and so are white people. It's both African Americans and whites. It's not just white people that are suffering. The primary people that are suffering from this are African Americans.
They voted for this not knowing the onslaught of what they're accepting and having soft-on crime police policies does to your community when they realize, hey, we can't commit crimes over in Santa Monica and Venice anymore because the sheriff's department is kind of, well, not Santa Monica, yes. Venice, not so much. The sheriffs are clamping down over there. Let's go down to Newport because they're 100% unequipped for our type of violence and our type of crime. And they all think this is funny. They're smiling, they're laughing, they're pointing. They all got their phones out. They're trying to get the content to show how wild they partied. And I just wonder, how come these coppers didn't turn around and mace everybody? Because here's the thing. Your lives are pretty much only... Your safety is not...
You could be crushed to death by a crowd this big. If somebody falls in this, they could be trampled to death. Like, a crowd this big is a lot more volatile than you think it is. One thing can go wrong in that crowd, and then you've got everybody being trampled.
Now being chosen by the decision of the mob. If someone decides to throw a brick at you, the guy without the helmet, you might be going lights out, and it's because you didn't just immediately start macing everybody. This could have gone sideways so fast, and it is very scary, exactly. This is a riot, not an organic get-together. Well, I think it's, again, because neighboring cities said Newport is soft. They don't know how to, like, as long as, like, just like the BLM riots in the Summer of Love, they realize if they get enough of them together, they can take over and overthrow society. And they realize Newport Beach they don't have the heart for this. I think that's even
And the thing is these teen takeovers won't stop. Even if you manage to put a lot of these guys in jail, or you give them like summer positions where they have to, what is that called? Community service hours. The thing is like this generation right here is completely polarized and radicalized. You're not going to tell them they need to work a 9 to 5. You're just not. Like, this is the next this generation right here, like, it was bad for millennials. It's only intensified 30x since my time. It has. It's only going to get worse.
Patch right there. So that's him coming over from like 20, 30 minutes away for this. Yeah, getting swarmed. Someone even throws a bottle. They do and that even looks like one, like an expensive. What is these? These things are like the Owala bottles. Like this is hefty. That's enough to the MC attempted.
Are you hiding?
And again, anybody. And again, it's just low.
Bro, why are they pulling down the palm trees? What'd that palm tree ever do?
Do to anybody. And again, it's just low IQ individuals, DEI initiatives, or check boxes on your application. But you're not making anything in your life if this is how you're spending your youth.
Well, the thing is that they're not going to have anything anyway. Unless their parents are rich and have the ability to pay for their college, they're not going to be able to get into college. I mean, we saw the statistics on how they were able to get into college, like the college acceptance rates now. It's mostly immigrants. Asians have been disenfranchised almost into the ground with 4%. It's not even a question. Like, these guys aren't going to be able to get into college, period. They're just not going to, it's not going to happen for them. Like, these guys are probably going to grow up to, and they're going to be working like 6 jobs just to be able to afford rent and nothing else. Like, that's what sucks about it.
Setting off fireworks out there. And I'm hearing stories of people that are actually over at Newport Beach. No, I'm not in that area. I've been to this area though. Knowing people around there that said they legitimately had to leave their car behind on Lido Isle in the street because they were just blocked for over an hour. Like, you know what? I just need to get out. I'm gonna walk across the aisle and I'm just gonna get an Uber out of there because I'm too stranded. And again, what is this? This is outside. Is that Chipotle? I think it's outside, like, where their pavilions. And if you're not from the area, Pavilions is like a very, very upscale grocery store. The beach. But this is after the sun's already going down. Had to bring out the Newport Beach PD. I mean, but everything seems too expensive. And nobody's trying to sell me their food stamps out front.
Yep. Nope, there it is.
That
they all got arrested.
Like English. Is that German?
Oh, that is an immigrant, isn't it? That is not English.
Yes. Somebody came. Oh, it's Arabic? Okay, that makes sense. But it's like somebody was not Arab. They were not expecting this because you got, what is this? This is over there, and they're finally getting surrounded. They were not playing games. Average Newport teens there, but the bulk of this, yeah, you got the Mexican flag. Either way, non-English, and now they said this was from Instagram. I just couldn't get it to play without it. Oh no, it's music. Everyone belongs.
Wow, look at this. Look at this.
We don't
trash
have to
cans are knocked over.
And how does this?
Why are you in a
cheeseburger
cheeseburger costume, bro? Like what?
And this fun.
Floor chat. Look at this, bro. The watermelons have exploded on the ground.
Why?
This is horrific.
They looted this, bro.
These are people from out of town that decided to destroy this local community. This is.
I don't think out of town. I think this upscale grocery store don't even have anything behind a plastic case, and that's probably what drove from Anaheim.
Yeah, this is what's gonna make, like, this isn't gonna stop until I don't think Trump's gonna do it. Obviously, I mean, he'd have done it by now. We need somebody in office that's not scared of what the right thing to do is, the quote unquote right thing. We need somebody in office that's gonna get this job done. And using the Insurrection Act on California, Minneapolis, New York, and any other state that's deciding to sit here and allow this kind of stuff to go on inside of their cities, the United States government needs to bring down the full force of the U.S. government. That, like, they need to the United States government needs to bring down the full force of the United States military and the National Guard. Oh my God! I could not say that. I could not say that.
This isn't food for less.
Please set your thermostats to 78 degrees to alleviate the stress on our...
No.
The Iliad and the Odyssey, very little time is spent in the perspective of the women.
87% like-dislike ratio for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
Oh my God. So, the trailer for Christopher Nolan's Odyssey is at 402,000 dislikes.
Oh my God. 446,000 dislike-a-rooskies. Check the first trailer. Well, I think the first trailer was pretty well liked, right? It was at 620K versus 130K. So it still had a positive like-dislike ratio. So this is the second trailer that it had, which had it's actually getting worse. And that's not even a little bit worse. That's a lot worse. It is a total chud uprising. These official Odyssey, the official Odyssey accounts turns off comments on marketing. The Odyssey cast joins Christopher Nolan in London. Only some accounts can reply. Man.
Damn.
It's so over. It's actually, dude, The hidden reply. It's, oh my God. Does no one have two wives? No and fuck you? The red carpet. I thought we were supposed to walk the sticks. Why did this one get hidden? This is about Achilles. This isn't even a bad comment. They're so dumb. Woke movie is DOA and it got dude. Every new post is locked. Are they really? Wait a minute. So this is locked and they all have replies turned off. When did they start doing this?
What makes you think that's going to change anything? That's what I don't understand. Censoring the internet doesn't change anything. People still come up with the context on their own. It doesn't make any sense. They want to blame the internet for everything. Bro, if I had saw the trailer for this on fucking TV in 2012, I would have said the same thing. I'm not going to go see this crap. It's so stupid.
Every single one has locked comments. Largest screens.
Censoring people has not worked. Stop doing it.
Tomorrow. Okay, so then 220 comments, and then they turned it off. A reminder to all the MAGA trolls: the Odyssey is not historical. You know what? Actually, I agree with you. I want Black Panther starring Tom Holland, Ben Affleck, Ryan Gosling, Pedro Pascal.
That's right. Because it's not historical, right? I mean, that's the go-to.
Be the father.
You know, I had somebody crashing out on TikTok. I was reading some comments. I don't usually do that. I really rarely ever do that on TikTok. And this guy was, because I was talking about, I made a short out of how white Republicans don't need to be giving the whole like immigration speeches anymore. They need to hire black people and let them do it, right? And this dude is crashing the fuck out in my comments. And I was like, I said one post below what he had said. I said, is this not what DEI did? He's like, you're racist and all this other stuff. I said guys, it happened 10 days ago. And I'm like, I don't really care. Like, 5. It happened earlier last week, but because I was messed up, you know. And I was like, but what about that's all I said. Is this not what DEI did?
Okay, so this isn't quotes. I'm looking for the wrong one. Okay, view hidden replies.
Oh, God. What the hell is that?
Oh, geez, guys. Oh, no. Mel Gibson is Martin Luther King. We refuse to watch this garbage. Fuck Nolan. This is just really... wow.
Oh, my God. This has to stop. This has to stop. Oh, my God. This has to stop, guys. Oh, my gosh. Yo. This has to stop.
This one, it's funny. They should have left this one up. Julia Roberts is Harriet Tubman. Boycott. Don't support the rewrite of history and culture. Your money matters. Fuck your race swapping garbage. What the fuck is this shit? Everybody hates it, man. If the Odyssey doesn't perform very well, I think that woke movies will actually die because you have like a massive high quality star cast. And if even this movie fails, I think it could be it.
I want you to imagine really quick that you're sitting in a movie theater and you're sitting next to Homer and you watch the Odyssey, and when it's over you can lean over and go, okay, cool, what'd you think about how it ended?
I'd be like, so Homer, how do you feel about the screen time given to these women considering how little you spent with them?
She just called Homer, the father of Western literature, a chud incel.
Oh, that's rough, huh? Bad time, huh? Bad time, huh? Oh, what happened? Did I not pull up Fox? I didn't pull up Fox today, did I? What the hell's gotten into me? You know we got to get that quote-unquote propaganda. New audio reveals Iran threatening ships in the Strait of Hormuz. This could be a breaking point. What is this?
We've got major developments in this race for the Senate seat in Maine. There are now growing calls for the Democrat Graham Plattner to drop out.
So this is the Democrat that allegedly has the Nazi tattoos and stuff on his chest. He's also been linked to white supremacist groups. This guy is a huge red flag. Whether you like it or not, this guy is a massive red flag for the Democratic Party.
Yet another woman accused him, this time the accusation of rape about 5 years ago. Jeez. The accuser sharing the graphic details with CNN and Politico. She says Plattner showed up at her home intoxicated, forced himself on her, despite her repeatedly telling him no. Plattner denying the accusation, says his campaign is, quote, taking time to reflect on the best path forward.
Now, keep in mind...
He's not dropping out, by the way. He's not dropping out.
Democrats have stood by Plattner through scandal after scandal, including the original, the Nazi tattoo. But judging by the reaction, this does appear to be a breaking point. Chuck Schumer, Elizabeth Warren, and others all urging Plattner to step aside. The list keeps on growing by the hour, and the deadline to replace him is coming up fast. Alexis McAdams, she has much more from our New York newsroom. Hi, Alexis.
I hope he doesn't, and you guys want him to not step down. Do not advocate for this guy stepping down. And let me tell you, I know it sounds crazy. Let me tell you why. No one will vote on him. That's why. You don't want this man to step down. Let the allegations continue to fill the bucket. Because that bucket's going nowhere.
Good morning. That's right. And the calls for Graham Plattner to drop
him still being there is a thorn in the Democrat side. That's why they're all advocating for him to step down.
Dropout of Maine Senate race are just growing louder again this morning after one woman who dated Plattner, Jenny Rakicot, accused him of raping her back in 2021. She actually got on CNN last night and explained that he forced himself on her, she says, despite her repeatedly telling him to stop one night. And I want to warn you, it's graphic to watch.
So he had kind of jumped on top of me and indicated that he had intentions that were sexual in nature. I'm not into this. I had recognized that he wasn't listening to me. It wasn't just that he wasn't hearing me or whatnot. And then I recognized his level of intoxication, and I knew in that moment I wasn't safe.
And Plattner denies this rape allegation. As of this,
my issue is why didn't you file it? I don't doubt that he might have done it. Sure. Okay. But again, these are allegations, and you have no actual proof of this. That's the issue. Unfortunately, it's a lot like what was going on in the Epstein files. It's all allegations, but there's no solid proof on anything. At least nothing that we've seen so far. I think that maybe this person is a plant. I don't know. If anything did happen to her, best of luck for her. I hope that she seeks the help that she needs, right? Mentally and physically. But if you didn't file it with the police, you didn't get an R kit or anything like that, I am going to immediately think that maybe she's getting paid or something else is going on. I'm tired of women making these broad, possibly false allegations with no actual proof to back it up. I think that it's kind of fucked up. Like, ladies, if y'all are in a situation like that, y'all need to call the police, call fire, EMS. They will bring you a grape kit, and you can do the kit, and that's what you should be doing. Don't wait until years later and then be like, oh, well, this happened to me. How are we supposed to believe you? And because of your ignorance and because of your malicious ignorance, because you didn't do anything, this man could have went out there and done it to other victims. I don't want to hear excuses. I want to see phone records of you attempting to get it done. Well, they don't believe me. They won't believe me. It doesn't matter. You'll have phone records of them not believing you. You'll have phone records of them coming out and saying that they don't believe you. Hell, record them if you do it. Record the police. You're legally allowed to do that. Sit down with them in your home and tell them this happened to you. Record their response. Tell them they're being recorded. I just don't believe this false narrative anymore. I just don't. But it works out for me because this guy, it works out for the Republicans because if this guy continues to run, the likelihood of this guy getting voted in is like nothing. And he screws over the Democrats to boot. So.
Morning, though, he has not dropped out of the main Senate race, but he says he's weighing his options.
Regardless of the inaccuracy of the reporting, but mindful of the political reality it will inflict, we are taking the time to reflect on the best path forward for the state that I love, the people that I love, the movement I belong to, and the goal of defeating Susan Collins.
And I want to point out it's not the first time that we've heard from Rakicot. She spoke out about Plattner back in June to the New York Times, but these details were not included in that report. Why? Well, she says she hesitated because she supports Plattner's politics.
See, that kind of makes me even more solidified on this might just be someone being paid to do this straight up. Because like the issue is you had a chance to talk about it with the New York Times, but you didn't. And so you had to increase the amount of stuff in the story in order to make it blow up even more. That's why I'm starting to be like, when do we stop allowing these people to get on news media broadcasters or stuff like this? Whenever they just make allegations, but they don't actually have any hard evidence. Like, come on.
I understand why people want someone like him in office.
Because it's one thing if it happened and you immediately call the police and tell them what happened, right? But like when you don't do it and you wait until they're trying to run in something like political office, I'm obviously going to be very skeptical of this. Obviously. Like, come on.
You know, and I felt like he coming forward would essentially potentially take that away. And I felt really uncomfortable with the responsibility of and the weight of my story and what that might do.
This is just the latest scandal for Plattner's campaign following backlash over this chest tattoo of a Nazi symbol that he later covered up, and then also physical abuse allegations from other exes. But still, many prominent Democrats stood by Plattner's side, like Bernie Sanders and Congressman Ro Khanna, until Rakicot, who was a fellow Democrat, described this alleged rape on camera. But Senator Bernie Sanders has not called for him to drop out yet. That's something we're tracking as the numbers continue to grow. If Plattner does decide to withdraw, the clock is...
Well, unfortunately, we're high stakes NATO summit. Trump's in Turkey.
So it has happened yet again. Another reported tanker strike in the Strait of Hormuz. We think 2 have been struck. It might be more, but we'll hang on to 2 for the moment. A tanker struck by an unknown projectile trying to transit the Strait of Hormuz. Apparently another one made a U-turn and turned around. No casualties reported. Vessels are being advised to transit with caution. Meanwhile, from Fox Business, they've obtained audio of an Iranian threatening the ships in the strait, and here is how that sounded in English.
This is the last warning. This is last warning. This is last warning. You are running danger. Don't put your life in danger. You are ordered to alter course. To port us immediately. Alter course. To port us immediately and use the south of Larak Island to exit. If you disobey, you will be targeted. This is the Navy out.
Okay, Rebecca Heinrichs now, Senior Fellow, Hudson Institute. Rebecca, good morning to you. A lot to get to in the next 4 minutes here, okay? Larak Island is that island that is in the Strait of Hormuz, right there at that choke point that is operated by Iran. What do you make of this development, and does it pull the president back into military action?
It's supposed to, because that means the Strait of Hormuz isn't open.
I think that's the direction that we're headed, Bill. Now, remember, the Iranians never had the
piercing.
same understanding as the United States with the MOU on the particular point about who manages the Strait of Hormuz. The Iranians insist that they will manage it, and so they are trying to compel these ships to go through the corridor that's closest to Iran. But ships want to get through the strait safely. They're going through the corridor along Oman that the United States is essentially guaranteeing security with our Navy. So the IRGC continues to threaten ships that are not abiding
getting by its way and then are shooting at them. In the recent past, President Trump has responded by retaliating. Right now, we've got something of a break in our retaliation because of this funeral for the supreme leader that's going on inside Iran. That's why we have a break in talks. But I do think that President Trump will, once that's over, get back to, again, enforcing peaceful transit through the strait, and that means military activity.
Okay, it sounds to me like Trump is literally treating these guys like toddlers. Dude, if they're violating the peace treaty, it's like I don't know what Trump's doing anymore, bro. I don't really care. It's obvious that at this point I would even classify him as unfit for office. I don't know what he's doing, but whenever you take something like this under your wing as president, you better make damn sure that you're going to do what it takes. And it's obvious that he won't even enforce the peace treaty. And the thing is I don't understand why he would stir up something like this, right? Like he would show up there with the Navy and then bomb Iran if he had no plans on finishing it, unless, I mean, we didn't really have to get involved with this. We could have let Israel do everything if we just gave them the tools and equipment, right? It's not like they really needed us there. I don't understand. Like, it's obvious he didn't really want to do this for the right reasons, but at the same time, if that was the case, then enforce your peace treaty. These guys are walking all over the president of the United States. They're walking on him like he's a doormat. Why? There's obviously something going on behind closed doors that they haven't told us. Who knows why? You can't tell me they're winning anything. They're obviously not winning jack. I mean, with how many of their forces we've taken out, like the ratio, they got completely ratioed. There's no way. So what the hell is the president doing? What is Trump doing?
This appears to me, Rebecca, Iran doesn't want this conflict to go away. They want to keep the U.S. engaged here and involved. And there's a reason for that.
I don't think Trump is bought. I think that there's someone using blackmail behind closed doors, or maybe something has him in a bind. It's either that or maybe his old age finally kicked in and he's like feeling the sleepies, like sleepy Joe Biden. Something's jacked up somewhere.
Right? I mean, they don't want peace.
Yeah, obviously they don't.
No.
It's so obvious they don't want this. They just want to keep attacking people.
No, and Bill, they think that by pushing the United States again over this battle over the Strait of Hormuz, that it can assert itself and still maintain influence over what's going to happen over the next coming years. Iran still believes that it can.
If you have to have Navy in the Strait of Hormuz, you obviously don't have a ceasefire. It's completely obvious they don't care.
Unified control over 20% of global energy through the Strait of Hormuz. The other dimension here, Bill, to keep in mind, the Chinese have backed the Iranians' assertion that they get to manage the strait and toll ships that go through it. So there's this larger geopolitical dimension. The United States cannot permit the Strait of Hormuz to become an Iranian and Chinese.
But Trump is literally doing that. He's literally allowing this. He's letting it happen, and he's not retaliating. Regardless of their stupid funeral. No one cares about your funeral. Maybe don't do military operations during a funeral and hold it as an excuse.
Controlled choke point.
That's the point. China's helping them. And it's going to be a tough row. We'll see what the president decides next. Meanwhile, he was talking about the European allies not helping with Iran. Says he wanted their loyalty, did not need their help. Here's what he said in Ankara about an hour ago.
We weren't treated well because we did something in Iran. We don't need anybody's help. I didn't even want their help. I was testing to see whether or not they'd be there because I've long said that.
They obviously weren't. They obviously weren't. And I remember people saying that NATO isn't supposed to get involved with this. They were killing Americans and taking American soldiers hostage. They were taking Americans hostage. They were using drone bombs to kill Americans. They were obviously attacking us. They obviously were. I mean, it's blatantly obvious that this is an attack on America, which, by the way, does make NATO. It's supposed to make NATO get involved. So, like, anybody that's trying to say that, oh, well, NATO's a defensive force, yeah, that's lumped in there. I don't know if you're aware of that, but per the usual, they try to cherry pick what they want to hear out of it, and they want to ignore everything else.
Sure that they'd be there for us. Why are we spending hundreds of billions of dollars and they're not there for us? We've always been there for them.
I do agree with Trump doing this, though, to test their loyalty. I agree with this. This needed to be shown. It absolutely did.
Okay, I'm not quite sure what we're going to get from this summit, but there's a lot of moving parts here. The possibility that we sell F-35 jets to Turkey, something that Benjamin Netanyahu came on Fox yesterday and said he did not want. In the meantime, we want the president to up the spending on behalf of European partners. That Ukrainian war is 4.5 years old. Here is the Trump trillion chart that was shown in the Oval Office by the NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte last month. How do you see what comes of this, Rebecca?
What the hell was that?
Does Turkey get what it wants? Does the president get what he wants? What happens when they break bread in Turkey?
Well, I think that President Trump has gotten in large part what he wants. Really, this started back in Trump 1 when President Trump started saying European allies have to do more on defense and they have to fix their energy crisis so that they stop relying on Russian energy. Both of those things have made enormous progress. Over $1 trillion of defense now that European allies and Canada have invested over the last decade. And just during President Trump's year, this year, his second term, there has been a dramatic increase, 20% increase in defense on the part of European allies. So I think President Trump can take great credit for that because we need to secure Europe for all the other problems the United States faces. With Turkey, remember, Turkey has a foot in both worlds. It's a NATO ally, and Turkey was indispensable for the United States and NATO to open the Black Sea when Russia was threatening to blockade it with its war against Ukraine. So we need it in Europe, but we also need to make sure that Israel is safe and secure, which means Israel...
Well, here's what you do. Here's what you do with Turkey. You tell Turkey that because they're NATO and when Russia takes their waterfront, you tell Turkey that they should ask NATO because America's already involved with something and they don't have time for it. And see how quickly any of those, the Britain, UK, see how quickly any of them get involved.
Has to maintain the qualitative...
Let's really test this. Let's see how it all works out. Let's
technical
do it.
Military edge. And so that's
tell them that it's not America's problem. That we're not the only ones that can enforce it.
About with the F-35. If we can solve that problem so that Israel is comfortable, I think that that's probably going to go.
And you know what? It's not America's problem. You know why? You know why it's not America's problem? Because the thing is that there aren't any American soldiers or citizens being killed in this war. That's why it's not our problem. There is nothing we're going to get out of this but the loss of American lives, and I don't want to see that, period. Now, with Russia and Ukraine, they're holding their own. If Russia wants to take the waterway to Turkey, Turkey should kick in NATO and use NATO allies. We'll build them a base or something. There you go. But I don't think we should be sending over our Navy. All these other countries want to talk all this big talk. When we tried to test their loyalty, then we should test it again right here and see who exactly is loyal.
A lot of lines intersecting here on this summit. Rebecca Heinrichs, thanks for taking us through it today. We'll talk very soon this week. Thank you.
How's it going?
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.
Oh, so they actually did hit they hit another tanker. So they didn't just threaten, they struck another tanker in the strait.
As President Trump arrives in Turkey for the high-stakes NATO summit in that 747-8, that new Air Force One right there, he's taking a look at it.
You know why? The new plane. We got to make sure the stairs fit. You know, so it's go a little bit higher. It's a lot bigger.
Right.
It's a lot bigger plane. So he's like, wait a second. We got to make sure that gap is okay.
And it's fast. Him there.
Just waiting for
and be And is live in Turkey with the latest. Lucas.
Well, good morning, guys. Just a few minutes ago, summit to allow Turkey back.
He's been
approving launch from Europe. You had Air Force.
He wasn't recording.
I'm not gonna sit here and watch Fox News's nonsensical, like weird fucking who's-em-call it. All right, we probably gonna watch this, and I'm probably gonna roll up out of here. I feel like dog shit. I feel awful. My voice hurts. Oh, my throat hurts. I don't know where I got this from. I have no idea where I got sick from. I don't know. I started feeling it last night, and I was like, oh my God, my throat hurts. And I could barely talk last night. But I'm going to watch this, and I'm going to probably roll up out of here. W code blue cam. Hell yeah, code blue cam. Before we start this, W chitter chatters for always being here. Y'all are awesome. W channel members for, doing y'all's thing, because y'all are awesome too. Make sure that y'all are commenting on the videos and stuff and hyping them up. You can hype up 3 times a week on standard videos. It can't be shorts or anything. It has to be standard videos, right? I would love to know how I got sick. Y'all are doing awesome. I'm sorry, Rachel, I wasn't able to get into any of the Discord stuff today. I really wasn't expecting to get sick. I wanted to do more, but I feel like shit. I'm probably gonna get off. I'm gonna try and do a run so that way I can sweat out some of this crap. And then I'm after I do the videos and stuff, then I'm probably gonna go to bed. I'm not even kidding. I'm like actually burning up right now. I feel awful. I will definitely be on tomorrow because I'm not gonna be dizzy or throwing up. But only time will tell how bad it'll be. Hopefully it goes away, but I don't know. I haven't had any luck with that. Did I not post that? No, I did. Okay, I did.
Officers did eventually catch this man, but they did not know that this would not be their last encounter with him. Soon.
Oh, error, try again. What? There it goes.
They would come face to face with him again, and this time it would be far more lethal. Around 4:38.
Oh, enjoy your day, Infidel. I'll see you tomorrow, big dog. Stay safe out there. Drive safe.
p.m. on the evening of April 11th, 2025, this Cranston police officer notices a white Nissan using the two-way left turn lane to pass another vehicle in the area of Reservoir Avenue in Rhode Island. But as he initiates a traffic stop, he has no idea that this seemingly cooperative driver is about to pull a move that he does not anticipate.
I get it, man.
He was literally
These drivers can be aggravating, but you can't be using that to pass, okay?
No, I'm sorry, but he was in my lane.
I hear you.
Like
he was trying to make a left turn. He was just trying to.
Yeah,
he's trying to be a deuce, forcing you to stop. I just need your driver's license.
Yes, sir. This is rental, by the way.
It's a rental?
Yeah.
Okay.
All the stuff is in here, I think.
Is it rental? Is it in your name?
I have never understood. Okay. To anybody that's stupid enough to put their phone right here, don't put your phone right here. This is a blind spot. Don't put your damn phone and make the blind spot even bigger. Holy crap, how stupid do you have to be? Put the phone over here. Why do you have the phone up against the left A post? Are you dumb?
No, I can call the guy. It's
Okay.
Nova.
Can I just see it quick?
Yeah.
You still live on
Yes.
Okay.
Can I just call him? Because I don't know exactly where it is.
I'm not saying like is the rental like the car in your name. I'm saying the rental agreement. Did you go?
Oh yeah, it's in my name.
Okay.
The rental agreement's in my name.
You don't have the paperwork for that?
I couldn't imagine two worlds. I couldn't imagine getting that. The hell with that.
Like a receipt or something?
No, because it was so this is him right
You
here.
must have had that stuff like embedded in you if you still coughing stuff up.
This is like I pay
All right.
my Cash App.
What's the rental company?
Nova. Let's see. I can call him right
No,
now.
that's cool, man. Don't worry about it.
It's Nova something.
Okay.
I just got this. Couple days
How's your
ago.
driver's license?
Oh, good.
It's good?
Yeah. It's not suspended or anything.
Okay. No recent tickets or anything?
No.
You ever been in trouble?
Yeah, I've done some time before. But,
For what?
I got caught with a first degree, well, it was a second degree armed robbery.
Okay.
And then I got amended to a first degree armed robbery.
Dude, this guy is good. He got caught armed robbery? Holy.
That was in 2016.
Okay, so there's no weapons in the car or anything today?
No.
Okay. All right.
Why does he run?
Just in my lane and
I hear you, man.
being an asshole. I'm on my way to Providence.
I get you. Probably having a rough day.
Yeah.
Traffic's a pain in the ass.
Well, I'm going out tonight, so.
Yeah. Just give me
Well,
a
you
moment,
were.
okay?
Yeah.
You were going out.
28-year-old Damian Peterson, and while he appears forthcoming with the information he shares about himself, the officer is
W
about to
code blue
discover
cam,
that
by the
there
way.
is
W
much
code blue
more
cam.
he has chosen
I think
not
I said Midwest Safety. I'm sorry about that. If I had said Midwest Safety, I was trying to explain stuff.
to reveal. As the officer runs Damian's name through the database, he quickly discovers a decade-long criminal history filled with frequent, though non-violent offenses, ranging from property and theft crimes to financial fraud, substance-related
It's because he kept getting caught doing it. That's why it never turned into violence.
violations and harassment. But it is a file created by detectives within his own department that immediately puts him on alert.
Oh, really?
Had an active narcotics investigation involving Damian, and after gathering sufficient evidence of drug activity, an affidavit arrest warrant had already been signed and
Oh, so he got. Okay.
entered into the system.
Can you confirm a warrant for me?
They got him.
On person.
He's done then.
Now, as the officer asks for backup and steps back out to speak with Damian, he doesn't know how desperately Damian doesn't want to go to jail.
Hey, man, you're not in trouble or anything.
That's why he ran. He was cooked already.
Come here real quick. I just want to talk to you.
Well, what did I do?
Just want to talk to you real quick. You can just leave your phone right there. Just come in the back of the car.
Am I being arrested?
No, I just want to talk to you quick.
Yeah.
Just come right here. You don't have any weapons on you or anything, right?
No.
Okay, I'm just going to check quick. I won't even make you put the cigarette out, all right?
He knows. He knows.
Oh, man, those are brown. Those are brass knuckles.
Oh, that's illegal. That's illegal.
Those I
Are they in this pocket right here?
Yeah. They're literally
All right,
right
keep
there.
your hands in the car.
Yeah, bro, I literally got those from storage.
Okay. All right, man. Just turn around, relax.
I'm sorry.
You can lean against the
I'm
car.
sorry.
What are you doing with brass knuckles on you?
I went to the storage unit today, my dad's storage unit. I can show you my phone, show you all the text messages, grab some of my stuff. I can pop my trunk and show you I have all my clothes and stuff. That was in my stuff, and I was going to bring them home. I have not been home
So
yet.
why'd you take it out of everything else and put it in your pocket?
Because when I was at the storage, I put them in my pocket.
Okay.
But I'm not a violent person, bro. Like, honestly, they're cool. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would consider an armed robbery violent. I think that's pretty violent. I mean, that's traumatizing for anybody who's there, including the store clerk. Like, that's pretty violent. The fact that isn't registered as violent. Hold on, wait a minute. Did I miss that? Bro, I'm not in it today. Holy shit. So, frequent non-violent offenses, property theft. No, like, if you're out there destroying stuff, that's violence. If you're out there destroying stuff, you stealing, I could get away. I could see the drug thing, that being, like, kind of not violent. Because you can do drugs and not be violent, right? But, like, if you are going out of your way to mess with somebody, to rob somebody, steal something, break something, that's violence. I don't even care. It's violence, bro.
Okay. So when I asked if you ever been in trouble before, you've been in trouble quite a decent amount.
Oh! Another constable.
Okay. Is there any narcotics in the vehicle today? Okay. There's not even any in there?
No, I don't smoke. I don't do no drugs. I'm on probation.
Well, that's not what the detectives said. The detectives have done an investigation on you, and they found that they had enough evidence to send out a warrant for your arrest, so...
I just got out a year ago. Like, I don't do anything.
Okay.
He couldn't stay off the horse, huh? He just had to get back on.
No coke, no or anything?
No, I don't do drugs.
All right.
I do not do drugs.
And there's no knives or anything?
No. That is, I swear to God, I will show you my messages. I'll show you my stuff, man. I don't.
You know what really sucks? Is I bet he had a lapse, right? And he went and did the drugs. And he probably cleaned himself up again. And he thinks that he probably thinks he's about to get arrested for the brass knuckles. But, like, it kind of sucks to see that. But, hey, got to make sure you stay clean, man. Stay clean.
Want to get in trouble? I'll empty my cotton screen and that's all I have.
All right, just do me a favor, toss a cigarette.
Yes.
Just turn around real quick.
Yeah, there he goes. There he goes. He's a runner. We knew that from the beginning, but still. Dude, he is running across all the lanes of traffic. All of the traffic stopped. Why is he like screaming like that, bro? He sounds like a teen that hasn't gotten his voice yet. He got as far as across the street, bro. Bro. He really doesn't want to go back to jail. See, this is what it's supposed to be like. See, when you arrested somebody, they got to be so scared of the punishment that they won't do the crime again. That's what you got to do. Like, I don't doubt that this guy probably, like, fell off the horse whenever he got out, right? And he probably did some drugs, and it's probably been months since he did it. But the thing is, you still did it, bro. You still broke the law. You still went out and did the bad thing.
During a search of the vehicle, officers recovered a glass pipe from the driver's side door storage compartment. They also discovered
Ooh, there it is. There it is, boys. Well, I guess he never really actually got off the horse, huh?
Consistent with methamphetamine. Inside the vehicle.
Yep, there it is.
The substances were determined to be approximately 2.4 grams of fentanyl and
Damn.
1.3 grams of methamphetamine.
Man, there it is. There it is. I don't know what he expected.
What's the code? Why'd you run, man?
Because I don't want to go to jail, man. I have a little bit of drugs, man. I'm an addict.
All right.
Man.
You know you have a warrant, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, you have a warrant.
You have a warrant because the cops found out that you did some drugs, man. Yeah, he violated. I'm sure he's on probation.
All right, just give me a minute, all right?
Usually those drug probations last for like, what, 2 years, 3 years, depending on how bad it was.
Yeah.
It would have been a matter of time before he would have ended up trying to rob somebody again. It was literally a matter of time. This was only going to come back to him anyway.
Yeah, top demon.
Yeah. Right after I asked him if he had any drugs, that's why, and then I went to put his hands on his back.
Yeah.
Bro, he had so much.
Damien is charged with drug possession offenses and traffic violations on top of his active arrest warrant. Officers have no idea that this will not be the end of his encounters with law enforcement.
No way, bro. No way. Are you kidding me?
Before long, another group of officers will cross paths with him, and that encounter will have
Oh my God, what?
Deadlier. Another group of officers will cross paths with him, and that encounter.
What did I say? What did I say? Bro, you doing these like quote unquote non-violent offenses like armed robbery? Armed robbery is violence. I don't know how much copium you have to huff to think that armed robbery isn't violence, but armed robbery is violence. It is. And of course, it's going to lead to this.
have far deadlier consequences. Around 11:24 p.m. on April 26th,
Yo, W Code Blue Cam, by the way. Yo, Code Blue Cam's got the hookup.
Johnston police officers respond to a Shell gas station on Hartford Avenue in Rhode Island for a reported disturbance involving a man and a woman. Upon arriving, officers immediately recognize the man as Damian Peterson sitting inside a white sedan and quickly learn that he has an outstanding warrant. Damian had posted bail following the incident just 15 days earlier, but given the active cases already pending against him, officers immediately go on alert.
The hell was that? What was that?
Now, as Damian watches the officers position themselves around him, they suspect he may try to flee and begin moving their cruisers to cut off any escape route. But what they do not realize is at this time, Damian will not stop at anything to protect himself.
Whoa! Well,
Shots fired, shots fired, shots fired. Hey!
we can't see that. We can't look at that.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Put your
I think he's dead. Oh no, he got hurt.
on the ground! On the ground! You hit me.
Wait, it's not that he's been shot. It's YouTube's policies against firearms. God forbid. That's why I'm kind of going through the video like that, guys.
I've been hit by a
So
car.
if it's annoying you, dude, this guy's got a check engine light. If you guys are wondering, that's why.
We got someone down. All right, is he been hit? In the leg? Where? He's in the leg.
Stupid. Oh, dude. Out of all the shots, bro, in the leg? How did he even manage that? How'd that even happen when you're sitting in the car? Oh, maybe because he was shooting down while he was getting hit? That cop is a trooper, by the way. W cop. Stupid idiot.
Left stomach.
The second rescue to continue in on the portion. I have you an additional engine.
As Damian is rushed to the hospital for urgent medical treatment, one of the officers contacts the gas station to obtain surveillance footage and to do this night. Crucial role in revealing exactly what Damian attempted to do this night.
Yo, what the hell was he trying to do that led to this?
Anything on that? All right, do me a favor, just get, and then I'll have someone
Watch, come to find out, he's like killed 7 people or something.
take a look at it.
The gas station surveillance footage would later reveal that as officers moved in to arrest Damian, he suddenly hit the gas. Despite an officer standing directly in his path, Damian chose to continue driving, nearly pinning the officer between his cruiser and self-defense, one of which struck Damian, ultimately leading to the later released after receiving medical care. Damian also survived and made a full recovery. Ultimately, Damian was charged with felony assault and/or battery, driving to endanger, resulting in physical injury, misdemeanor, possession of a controlled substance.
He needs to be charged with attempted murder. Driving over somebody using your car is a lethal. Using your car like that is it's a lethal weapon. You could kill somebody doing that. He needs to be charged with attempted murder, but of course they're not going to do that.
Times 2, obstructing officer and execution of duty, resisting legal or illegal arrest, disorderly conduct. Eventually, he was found guilty after entering a no-contest plea deal, under which charges of possession of a controlled substance and disorderly conduct were dismissed. Ultimately, he was sentenced to 4 years in state prison, followed by 6 years of probation. He is also ordered to complete.
That's it? So you mean to tell me that running over a cop only gets you 4 years in prison? That's it? Attempted murder is 4 years in prison, huh? That's crazy. Man, the world sure has gone to shit recently, hasn't it?
Substance abuse counseling. Don't just watch, represent. Visit Code Blue.
Yo, W Code Blue Cam. Seriously. W Code Blue Cam. Okay, I'm gonna get the hell out of here because my throat is killing me and I feel like crap. I still have to edit videos and stuff. Whoa, and upload shorts and whatever. Oh man. Oh. Let me get the music.
I don't ever slow up, no, I don't take shit.
All right, we rolling. Y'all stay safe out there, stay friendly. I'll see y'all tomorrow bright and early, even if my throat feels like it's gonna fall out of my body. We gonna still be here, same time, same place. W-Chat for always being here. W-Chat. I'll see you awesome peeps first thing tomorrow morning. Stay safe out there, stay away from crazy people that hate to have to pull you up. What else I was gonna say? Oh, try to put a smile on someone's face. You might change their whole life. You never know. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace. Thanks so much, chat. W-Chat, W-Stream. Hell yeah, boys. Peace.
Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious, mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior, inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior, get off of me, this ain't no humble brag, I want you to hear words, you can say them back, I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got